Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the walking. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls let it tell me I'm awesome. Yeah, hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the sheets. You can't go out, man, forget my peace. You take the west side, take on the east. I'ma put them in the cage, never let out the. I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Not so tough, but man's keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that.
I don't mind being in charge, but God, am I happy when Hawk's here. And I'm ready to do show and just have fun.
Let's do it.
Except 2 minutes. We're ready to start. You're getting performance-enhancing coffee.
Yes.
And your valet tickets on the desk.
In case I need to be ready to go, I am absolutely going to be ready to go.
We're just starting the day.
I don't know how this is going to go. I didn't even know you were in the main chair today.
You don't get the emails?
I feel like you are absolutely like on it, everything. I was 3 minutes early and that was late to you.
Yes.
You know, and I'm going off of vibes. That's what I operate off of. That's the fuel that fuels Hawk is vibes. And so I'm excited about today's show because I have no idea how the hell this is going to go.
Do you know there's only 2 people in the world I've ever called Hawk?
Yeah? Who's that?
You and
Tony?
Andre Dawson.
Andre Dawson, the original Hawk. I'll give him that.
So now you're trying to be just Hawk.
Yeah, I've done a good job of branding myself as Hawk. I have the Instagram handle, the Twitter handle. I have the Snapchat handle, the TikTok handle. I think I've done a good job, pretty much.
And so, does everyone now just call you Hawk?
Yes, I don't think there's a large amount of people who have no idea what my real name is.
Andrew?
That is my real name, yes.
But
Andrew Austin Wyatt Hawkins, which is not a cool name.
I love that name. Are you going to officially change it?
The fact that you love that name
exactly.
confirms that is not a cool name. You know, so I'm Hawk, and I have been for a very long time.
I think you're super cool, and I will make it so that valet ticket stays dans votre poche for the next several hours.
All right, we'll see.
I won't let you leave.
We'll see how it goes.
Drink that coffee.
I am.
Are you tired from the Marlins game?
Whew, I'm going to pull up ChatGPT and figure out some of these topics as well, starting with the Marlins. What are we juiced about with the Marlins game?
Do you know the Marlins are HOTTT, and we're in a room full of people who we're trying to get a relationship with again? We got Billy and Mike and Tony and Chris, and I can't tell who that is.
Yeah. It's me,
Rodman.
I'm Zaslow.
We just did nothing personal together, and what happened?
What's different?
Why do you have blue hair?
I know. I'm really confident. That's why. It's okay. You'll adapt. I'm the most confident guy here.
I see all of your wigs on the show.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're not supposed to mention
I
wigs,
don't know
even though video constantly puts up
you're talking about.
Comparisons.
You're going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
By who?
Dan's going to text you late tonight.
Also, part of the bet was that we never make mention of what he's wearing on his head.
What was the bet even?
He was going to be able to go to the Stanley Cup final.
Game 6.
Yeah.
Dan, I'm not doing this.
1 ticket. It was a +1 situation.
No, it was, right, 2.
2 tickets.
So I was going to have to do a Sophie's Choice with my boys.
Yeah.
It's my least favorite expression to describe.
SGA had to get over
Sophie's Choice.
SGA had to get over 52 points, rebounds, and
Didn't
assists.
come close.
No.
Hate to see it.
So here we are.
I just wanted to have everyone ready because I like being on time.
I get that.
And I had a slight panic because there was a lot of stuff going on like 20 seconds prior. And forget Shadow Show. I'm talking about like Zaz is looking like crinkling his nose and freaking out. We've got you with coffee and Billy sat down, was eating what I couldn't tell what may have been a sandwich. And I just want to make sure our head's in the game because we get to talk and not reach for it. We get to talk Marlins. They had their best pitcher going. The guy they didn't trade at the deadline, Sandy Alcantara.
Woo!
Trying to keep a winning streak alive against the garbage can banging Houston Astros. Do you know what happened? It was amazing.
That was amazing. Tell me more.
They got their ass kicked.
Oh, shoot.
It was a nightmare. There were only 10,000 people there. Finally, they're lying about attendance like I did. Finally. They used to have, if you go look at box scores, Billy, you'll notice that they're not going to announce under 10K anymore. You can't do it. So you just do a little tad over 10. What was the exact announcement last night? Was it like 10,000?
I think it was less than 12 because I looked it up earlier. Let's see here. It was like 10 something.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Can you lie about the attendance figures if you're saying like Saturday night they announced that it was sold out? Does that mean it was sold out, or can you also lie about that?
You lie about that.
Really?
Yeah, if you actually look at the outer edges when it says sold out, you keep as an organization hundreds and hundreds of tickets that you keep in-house that you can then give to the box office or release them online right before the game, and the odds are they won't get taken. So what you then do is you buy them for $1, and then you can call it a sellout. So it's a totally legit business thing.
Doesn't seem legit.
Yeah, that's not totally legit.
Totally legit.
I don't know about
would not-
totally.
It seems
by
shady.
definition,
Yeah.
would not suffice.
In,
that
it wouldn't. It
situation.
usually
totally
doesn't involve
legit.
fraud. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Excuse you. That is a heavy word to throw out 3 minutes in.
All right, not
To
fraud,
day
funny
2.
business.
Now, funny business, I'm in. Fraud,
Well, you know.
You love some
Shenanigans?
SB.
words have meaning.
10,827 yesterday.
That's my guy. They're back. None of this crap of announcing 5,842.
Well, there's a lot of people at the Budweiser bar. That's why it looked like it was. Yeah.
And they
empty.
all happen
Yeah.
to sit in the corner sections of the
Yeah.
second deck.
Yeah.
What a coinkadink.
I mean, if those are your seats and you get to just walk around the promenade on the 100 level, why wouldn't you?
We had talking points that we gave to broadcasters when Marlins Park first opened to explain some of the openings in where there weren't fans. And we said they're all out touring the ballpark. They're walking the concourse. They're looking at all the cool things.
The bobblehead museum.
bobblehead museum.
But what would they? How would they put it in the conversation? Would they just say, "If you're wondering why there are empty seats, people are walking the concourse"?
They're all at that center field nook where you can kind of see, like you're at a bar, and I can kind of see the home plate. There's
No,
some
you
stuff
you
kinda
go on the
blocking it.
offensive. You don't wait for it to come up. You say things like, and we got thousands of people touring the ballpark. That's why you see some of the empty sections. They're walking around.
You don't even
So
say
you
the
make
that's
it
why part. You go on the offensive, never the explanation part. You
It's
say
just
thousands of people are out
touring
there
the ballpark. And
everywhere.
you let them put the pieces together.
100%.
So you just like open the broadcast. Oh, welcome. There's another one today. Marlins versus Phillies. And for all you naysayers out there saying, hey, there's no one in the stands, say that's not what's going on. They're all just walking around looking at the bobbleheads. They're buying some popcorn. They're buying some merch.
They're at the
you
cat-
shut the hell up when you say there's no one at this game.
They're at the sad kids area.
That's what you would tell, like, Rich Waltz.
That kids area.
Like, go out there and start attacking people immediately.
We just wouldn't even say to all of you naysayers. You just go right out and on the offensive and say,
And just
this
say,
is
"It's
where
a
people are.
sold-out
This
ballpark."
is the place to be. Enjoy this game. Enjoy this moment. And this is the time right now with the Marlins to enjoy what's happening.
When I do like radio calls for FIU football, I like just kind of throwing out there whether it's true or not. I'm like, man, great crowd tonight. It's wild. What's going on today? Like, oh man,
This is Miami, ladies and
look at
gentlemen.
this crowd. This is a good one. It's radio, so you can really say, oh man, look at this. This is a really energetic crowd we got here tonight.
Does your partner like look at you and like give you a look when you're doing that?
If you're looking at
times,
four people in the stands, it could be true still.
I also will
Not
like
fraud. It's funny business.
on baseball games when I do the baseball games. Also, man, wind is really whipping around today. Just throwing the wind really whipping around.
that's
You
a-
get that in there nice and early because the wind can pick up. It could slow down, and then if there's a misplay ball later in the game, like,
told you.
that wind, man. I
I
told you the
told
first
you.
thing. That wind is whoo.
I like that.
You're already giving excuses for player ineptness, and you're doing weather.
I'm painting a picture, whether it's the picture of what's going
Entertainment.
on or a picture in my head. I'm painting a picture.
That's it.
How would you do that in another sport?
do you
What is
mean?
the picture you would pay?
Give me a
football?
sport. I'll paint a
football. Paint me the picture that would allow for bad performance later in the game that you're describing on radio.
Oh,
Would
I mean,
say
you
the
mentioned the
field is
weather.
bad?
You mentioned. Oh, it looked like I was walking around on the field today, and things. Not anything against the grounds crew. It is turf, but it was raining last Wednesday. It's a whole thing. You got
You
to
got
figure this
slick
out.
surface.
Yeah.
And this is what you get with Week 14 football, right? Guys' legs are not underneath them. They're a little bit beaten down. This is where the technique really comes into play. And these Thursday night football games, they're tough.
Yeah.
They're tough turnarounds for these football teams, and they fight and they battle through it. For the slugfest you see out here today, we have a 3-6 score going on here in the fourth quarter. ladies and gentlemen.
Wouldn't it be 6-3?
Windy. This wind is picking up.
No,
isn't
you
it,
say,
Billy?
man, this is classic CUSA Wednesday Night Football right here. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, Corey. This is the grind right now. This is what they've been working for. Throwing a little bit off here. They go the Friday game, the Saturday game, bounce right back. You have almost a short bye. It's a Tuesday game. Then next week there's a Wednesday game.
And you look at this schedule, this MACtion, they closed this season with 3 tough games. Ohio University, they got Central Michigan and a Kent State football team that has a kid that didn't play high school football, but they're excited about
It's not
it.
your father's Kent State.
Yeah,
Don't
it
let
is
that
not.
Sam Houston 0-8 record fool you. I'll tell you
No.
what, they've been in every game.
Yeah.
And that's painting
4
the
of those
picture.
games ended within 2 scores. So that tells you how right there they are as a football
They're fighting.
program.
They're tough.
Absolutely.
I don't find any of that to be funny business, though.
You wouldn't.
Now you're
Not
just
funny.
talking
You're
about
over here
the game.
pitching sellouts.
We're painting pictures.
We're painting pictures. Exactly. That's not funny
Shout out to
business.
Kodak.
What would be the equivalent for podcasting of saying that the place is sold out when you're actually giving tickets away to your staff for $1? Because that happens in every industry.
When you take your show on the road?
Well, I mean, like you're like, hey, not even the 1-to-1 of ticket sales. What is it? Listens, downloads. Everybody pushes the funny business game.
Oh yeah, fastest growing podcast.
Fastest growing podcast.
Fastest growing
is
podcast.
Number
Or the
one
rankings.
podcast on Apple is a pretty good one for like the new shows.
Oh, that's
because
a system that
you had like
rigged.
1,000 downloads.
You
because
screenshot it when you're at the
new,
top?
Yeah, and
brand
it's
new
like
show. You game that
Twitter
Apple
bio, a number
algo.
1 Apple podcast
Yeah.
show. It's funny. It's all funny business, man.
Nothing Personal is an award-winning podcast.
There you go.
Funny business.
Doesn't matter. The award show is the Andrew Hawkins Meadowlark Podcast of the Week Awards.
Well, there was that one too. That it's a multiple award-winning show.
Then that's how you go
a sports
multi.
podcast award.
For
Billy
sure.
Gill, you're with me.
Yeah, multi-timer.
A multi.
3 out of 4.
Ain't bad, Meatloaf.
Yeah, now we're gone.
There's a lot of ways that you can make things look better than they are, and I'm not just talking about makeup.
Yeah.
You can spin anything
I
you
don't know why
want.
you looked at me when you said that.
Because you
but-
look so good. I've never seen someone look this good up close.
All right, I'll take that. Damn
I
good.
mean, Hawk.
All right. I'm glad. I'm
feel-
glad we punched in on that. Is all I'm saying.
I feel funny. Like
Yeah,
you're
that's funny business.
just
Lucky you don't have scales.
Yeah.
David said yesterday he would have sex with a fish.
Oh, okay. That's. Thanks for the
Go on.
Quick context.
I don't think there's a reason to go on because today's Tuesday. But Billy, I appreciate
Just catching
when-
everyone up in case they weren't listening.
They do listen to the show because
Every day.
Why wouldn't you?
It's award winning.
Well, this one actually.
This is actually
I believe
award-winning.
that
That's a tough
we've.
comp.
I believe that Billy and I have won more awards podcasting than Dan has. I believe that.
Is
if
that
you
because you
sum it up-
submitted for more?
Well,
I've won a lot of awards this year. Look at me, Louie, for sure. I have won a lot of awards, and I understand the award system.
Look at me.
Thank you.
You got a 40 under 40 in there?
I got 2 40 under 40s this year. I'm not gonna lie. I won a hashtag award like 2 weeks ago, and I realized the system of awards now. But does that make it valid? Right?
Yeah,
If you submit
does.
for the awards, like how much credence do you put on those things?
Have you ever seen what the Oscar race, the Tony race?
Yeah, I
Go,
guess you're
mean,
right.
you go on a campaign. It's part of the budget of a movie is the award campaign.
At what point? It's all funny business then. Is what I'm saying. Like even in a world where you might feel like an imposter, like okay, my podcast has awards, or I'm an award-winning podcast. Even when you are that level, you still add more funny business on top. It's like the system that you need to do it.
I don't know of any successful business that doesn't have funny business
Yeah.
in any industry.
What happens to the budget put aside for award show stuff if your like movie's terrible or your project's terrible and now there's like you're
You
not
still
up for-
submit.
You still
No,
you don't know your
actually,
you don't know your stuff's
You don't?
terrible?
So listen, if you believe that you have a money loser and you have a budget issue and you think that it's an absolute dog because you know it when it's happening, you take that money out of the budget and you put it back to cover some of the losses. Very important. That's like a trade deadline decision.
I never feel like mine is a dog. There's always a chance. There's some idiot out there that's gonna like this, and we're gonna go for it.
You end every show saying, "Man, there is some idiot who like this."
I wish there
Every
was like
single one.
I wish someone could tell us like some examples of bad movies that thought they were good. It's like no, they tried to get nominated, they did the whole stuff, but it's like Geely.
We can,
You know what I mean? Like what's the movie that was like
wasn't terrible.
Really?
I feel like that happens a lot. Like,
It was
hasn't there been
famously
so many
terrible.
actors?
It wasn't
that
It's
bad.
what it's like my word
Famously
association
terrible.
with terrible movies.
Yeah.
I've never even seen it. I just
you-
know that's.
I think
associated.
Geely is the movie that if you think of like worst movie, Geely is the one that comes to
What
mind.
happened to Ishtar?
Yeah. Ishtar is invoked a lot. Right now, there is a movie that is getting destroyed by the critics.
What's that?
War of the Worlds with Ice Cube.
That's a real thing?
So Ice Cube stars in a War
I
of
thought
the
it was like a
Worlds.
fake AI poster.
We'll get to one of those later.
Apparently, the entire movie takes place on a computer screen, and I haven't seen it, but I want to see it now because of how bad the reviews
Is it
are.
a sequel to the Tom Cruise?
No. It's a reimagining.
Waterworld.
That movie's great.
I enjoyed it, but it got pummeled.
Yeah, it got pummeled by
and
the
it
critics.
lost a fortune.
Remember, it was the
created
first ever
fake-
$100 million movie, right?
That movie rocks.
I don't recall its budget. That was the first ever.
It was
I think
the-
so.
That was the whole deal with Waterworld. That it was the biggest movie studio budget.
People
ever.
thought it was nuts. Oh, $100 million to make a movie? I think it was the first one.
Stallone?
That was the voice of the
No,
people,
Costner.
the executives.
Stallone was pissed. He's saying
He seemed really mad
Costner
about
was
this.
in the movie, but apparently Sylvester
pissed.
Stallone was upset.
He was offended.
about how much money they spent on that movie.
$100 million?
Rocky's budget was half of that. What is this?
paper.
There's no way Rocky 1 had a budget of $50 million.
No,
There is no chance. I bet you that budget wasn't $10 million.
Yeah, maybe not. When was it?
The
1976?
original Rocky was in the 70s, and that won awards, and it created this great franchise.
I'm
but if
familiar
you
with
check the
Rocky.
budget,
1.1 million.
1.1 million
Yeah.
for Rocky.
Damn good movie. I
And
like movies from
Kevin
the 70s.
Costner with his hair. My recollection of that movie is that he tried too hard with the hair, sort of like Zaz, where when it got wet and he had the back ponytail, that was like the Steven. Is it Steven Adams who has that? The sort of
You're taking me back, Mariner. I love that guy.
so good.
Gills behind the ears.
It just didn't work.
It worked. It worked. You were the problem. Waterworld is great.
I never seen.
It lost a
Oh, it's an
fortune.
epic. Okay, who cares?
I
Like
never
you
watched.
lost
I'll
a
watch it.
fortune. That's all right. You guys lost a fortune. You won a World Series. Who cares?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Wow.
That is how this
It's all a
works.
house of cards, man. You can just default on everything.
I
Apparently,
agree.
these
Nothing is
days.
real.
You cannot.
The president was bankrupt like 11 times. We're good.
Nothing
Now
is real.
people can recover from bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Even companies can.
Yeah.
But movie studios
Called a
can
handout.
disappear quickly, very quickly.
They'll just get bailed out.
I want to hear more about this Ice Cube War of the Worlds. I swear, I thought it was fake. I saw the movie poster yesterday. Ice Cube's not doing War of the Worlds.
Is it out?
It's got an IMDb rating, I believe, of below 4, which I had never seen before. And maybe it's different now, and maybe it's higher now.
You mean Rotten Tomatoes?
No,
No, IMDb
No,
is
they got
scale
their
1 to
own
10.
rating.
No, the tomato meter has it at 0%. And 12% audience scores.
That's hard. What
Yeah.
about the IMDb number? There's a number out of 10 that is always there.
3.2 out of 10.
That
Oh,
is-
Bad
3.1.
movie. It's a
gotten
bad
worse.
movie.
I'm trying to think if I've seen a lower one than
Are they
that.
rating bombing it though? Maybe like a rival movie studio who really wanted this script.
This is on Prime.
I don't think. I think
So it's a straight to
just that.
streaming?
I don't know
Well,
what to
that's
trust
not so
anymore.
negative anymore, Zaz. Stop that. Straight. That's like saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, your show's only on YouTube."
What?
That
You're
used-
going right to Apple Music?
Right, exactly.
You're not putting this thing in Radio Shack
Sam
with the
Goody?
rest of the albums?
Here's some reviews. I really don't like the sound of a lot of modern reviewers when they say outlandish statements like "this is the worst movie ever made," mainly because it devalues films like War of the Worlds, who had to work really hard to actually be one of the worst movies ever made.
It's such a bad review that you can't even watch it now. Sometimes you'll watch something just to see whether you disagree, but this one I think it'll just be a straight pass, and it'll disappear from the. When you turn on Amazon, does it get blown to you by your algorithm? Because it was to me for a few days, where you turn on Amazon and it's right there
right
for
there.
you. My guess is it's going to change now.
I've seen the screenshot of this movie. I didn't know it was an actual movie. I just saw Ice Cube as a gray-haired man, and I'm like, oh, he's back in the acting game, doing something new. Eva Longoria's in it.
Eva.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah. Apparently,
What did it sound like I said?
this seems like a brokered film. A lot of the reviews are just like, this is just one big infomercial for Amazon. Not sure how. Not really curious to see it. I'm usually down with the idea of watching a bad movie, thinking like, oh, it's going to be funny bad, and then I watch Morbius. I'm like, oh, this is just bad. There's nothing funny about this.
Yeah, it happens. I've been in some
I
bad
like
movies.
the idea that Amazon or these companies can pump out these movies and they've got deals with people similar to the Adam Sandler movies, although Happy Gilmore people are loving. I still haven't watched Happy
Really?
Gilmore
Because
2.
I've heard it's the worst movie they've ever seen.
I won't watch it. On principle alone, I won't watch
So
it.
you
the
said
principle?
that you've heard people love it, and I've heard that it was...
Because it made him
It
feel
almost
good.
ruined the franchise.
My principle is very simple. I am not rewarding lack of originality.
Okay.
Who has said it's the best movie of all time? I feel like there are some people that are like, it was fine and funny. I feel like that's as far as I've heard anyone
I
go.
liked it a lot.
Well, that's as far as I've heard anyone go.
that-
But he's not saying the best movie of all time.
Just because you're making it uncomfortable for him to do that. I want this to be a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to be able to say that to him it was the best movie of all time, but the way you presented it, he'll
But I
never
don't
do it
think
now.
he actually even says that.
No, I don't believe it's the best movie of all time. What kind of idiot would say that? It's the best movie of all time.
Just someone who in blue.
I don't want to look like an idiot.
But I think it is the people that didn't like it think if you say it was even good, you're crazy. That's where I think the disconnect is.
Why do you guys care so much about what people think of you?
Oh, man.
I don't care at all what people think of me.
That's all lies. Both of what you just said are lies.
Me and him?
Yeah, you asking the question like as if you
As if
don't
he
care what
doesn't.
people
Yeah.
think.
It's
of
not
you
that
is
I
a lie,
don't care, but,
and
like,
him
I-
being so definitive that he does not care what people think about him.
Couple
is also a
liars
lie.
cutting it up.
It's not that
Couple
I
liars
don't
just
care,
lying
but
to
it's
each
like
other.
if I
Isn't that
didn't think
rich?
Geely was
Just-
bad, I'm not going to say it's the worst movie of all time just because everyone else in the room is saying it.
Yeah, I get that. You might not be influenced by what people say, or you might have differing degree of how that influence affects you. But to say that you don't care what people think about you is not a true statement.
Hawk, we're not true. We're not close yet, but I'm feeling like there's a chance, but
Yeah.
not yet.
No. I can confirm that.
Were it to happen, and we would have any sort of relationship, you would
I would
quickly
know.
learn that.
You'd
And
be
there
the
are
first,
people in
first
this room.
human I ever met. You'd be. I'm looking forward to getting to know you, Sam.
I'm excited to keep that green card in your wallet
Hawk,
Yeah.
for the duration.
look at that shirt. Do you think he'd wear that if he actually cared what people thought?
You know, I don't mind that shirt. I like
This is a
it. Yeah.
great shirt, Mike. Don't hate
I don't mind
on
it. You like it?
fashion.
I like it. I like the fact that he wears it. Like it doesn't.
That's
mean
different,
you
though.
don't
That's a
care.
different
No,
thing.
that's a
That's
different
I
thing.
know,
totally
but what
different
I'm
thing.
saying is, I
Would
don't.
you wear that shirt?
Yes.
You
I'm
would
black.
wear that shirt.
I
That's
can
the
wear
difference.
anything
That's
and
the
look
difference.
good. It's
Switch
called
shirts right now.
swag. All right.
Could he pull off the vest that you have on right now?
Switch
Zero
shirt.
chance.
David
he
wouldn't
could.
wear a shirt someone had already worn without washing it.
Yeah.
Correct. It's
But
not
he
that I
was
don't
ca-
like it.
He came in here coughing though, and I know if it was reversed and I walked into the studio
wow.
coughing, he would have shut the show down.
I thank you, but no. So I finished the 2 hours in the other room
Okay.
of Nothing Personal, and
All
I
right.
wanted to get a throat clear done prior to starting
There you
this show.
Just the preemptive cough to avoid future coughs.
You have to do the
Just the-
preemptive. And in terms of
Cough
the way you
insurance.
look,
Got it.
for those of you not watching, it's a beautiful black, sort of heavier
Yes.
T-shirt that looks
Here's-
more like a sweatshirt that's a short sleeve shirt.
It's a short sleeve sweatshirt with
Never
a,
heard of
with a
that.
tactical vest and cargo pants, and I'm wearing a hat with a black panther on it, literally. And I didn't realize until I was in the elevator of what kind of signal this outfit could give off that did not
He
register
did the
to
once
me.
over. He did the elevator once over. We talked about that.
Yep, the elevator once over. And then Franklin also was like, I like that hat. I'm like, yeah, they have a bunch of them. I have a scorpion. I have one that is a tiger, right?
It's
and
a
then
tough
I'm like,
outfit.
A little
It's-
different though.
It's a tough
it's
outfit.
a militant
these days.
outfit.
Dude,
It is making an unintentional statement.
You're a face mask away from asking me for my papers.
Except
In these times,
the
Hawk,
diamond necklaces.
read the room.
Diamond necklaces. That kind of brings it a little lighter.
I think it changes the whole package.
Thank you.
Then
And
got the
I do
diamond
like
earring.
your shirt. I would wear that with a diamond necklace. It's very Miami. I'd probably, depending on how many drinks I've had, unbutton it down to the belly button area.
I don't have a chest like that.
Yeah, but I mean,
You got to go with what you got.
you gotta
How's your
go.
chest?
But if you don't care what
It's
people think,
middle-aged
it doesn't matter.
and hairless and unattractive.
But if you
and-
don't care what
Yeah, I
people
don't like
think,
hairless, yeah. Need a little hair on there.
Need a
if
little
you
scruff.
if you don't care what people think, then you're
oh,
unbutton
you're
it.
missing it. I care what I think. I'm talking about how I look.
All right.
To me.
So nobody cares what you think, and you don't care what anybody else thinks. Maybe
What?
that is the.
Are you telling me that my self-worth is going to be by whether or not Tony likes my shirt? Am I going
Maybe
to
not him specifically.
I think if Tony liked your shirt, you'd have a better day. If Tony told you he didn't like
mean,
your shirt,
I
think
would
You
wear
don't
the
you don't
shirt.
like compliments?
No,
Yes,
because
that's-
I don't appreciate because I don't listen to insults.
What?
You can't have it both ways. You can't just say, "Oh my God, you look so pretty," and think, "Oh, you look pretty." But then when someone says, "Oh, I don't like the way you look," you can say, "Screw you, I look great."
I agree.
You can't have it both ways.
So you do not like compliments.
I don't. No, I just said I don't believe them. That's a very big difference.
Okay, you don't believe compliments.
Stay with me. You've got this. I don't believe the positive or the negative, which is the only way to survive in this town with a room full of Mike and Billies. Who
I guess
are
that
just
does it
negative.
affect you? So does a positive
I agree with the
comment
part.
affect you? Does somebody say I like your podcast make you feel good? So it's
It
not a
makes me
matter if
say
you
thank
believe.
got him.
you, but I don't
I think
feel
he got
good.
you on that.
Yeah,
No, no,
does it
makes me
affect
say
you? Do the
thank you.
awards make you think you have a good podcast?
No, but the awards make other people think I have a good
Oh,
podcast.
you are, so, but you
That's
don't care
the
what
whole
they think.
point.
Okay.
No, but you want them
No.
to listen.
No, he's full of shit, is what we're getting at here.
Wait a
okay?
minute.
Let's keep going.
Excuse me,
Samson.
Hawk.
We're just,
I want
we're
hate
gonna keep going.
listeners and love listeners.
I know you.
have
I
to
want
have them
all.
both.
I get you. I
You
understand.
need everybody.
I understand.
You need fans. I want fans to go to Marlins Park who hate the Marlins.
Why?
Who love the other team. Because I want them to have that experience and to pay
Why?
their money. Because it makes me look better when it's a full house. When I get to announce
Who
sellout.
cares how you look?
That is what the point is in order to be a successful president in your own mind and have you exude success. Why did we win the World Series? For you? No.
You paid for it.
You're still taking victories when the Marlins have a
Hell
good attendance
yeah.
right now?
Right, but you inflated attendance. How is that? I don't care what people think.
We inflated attendance.
There's
so
no
we
way.
would never have the opportunity for people to say the facts are you have the 30th rated attendance.
Samson, here's
you
what
have
I'm
the
saying.
worst
So you
attendance.
cared what people said about
This
you.
is what you got to
You guys are
understand.
trying to catch me. You can keep going.
It's not catching you.
caught
It's,
you.
just,
Good
it's
radio.
fundamental that you can't care about awards unless you care what people think. And you can say, well, I want people to listen. Well, you can't want people to listen unless you care what people think. You could say, I want the money. Well, you can't want money unless you care what people think. Well, I want success. Well, there's no definition of success if you don't care what people think. You would just live. Like all of these things still tie back to other people. And you, at some point, even if it's a minuscule amount, caring what someone else thinks.
Is that why when you're a castaway you wear like a little thing over your
Yes.
thing because you're
Because
worried that someone's going to
that's
see
real
it?
life. No, it's because I don't want the wind to hit my dong. And
Dong burn's serious.
dong burn is a serious issue that I don't think you're taking serious enough.
I
Samson.
do not take that seriously
gracious.
at all.
You do take it serious. You don't walk around dong out.
Dong breeze?
Yeah, you don't like the dong breeze.
Have
and
you
the
not been
dong
to
burn.
have you been to a nude beach?
I have not been to a nude beach.
None of you have been to a nude beach.
No, it goes against.
I care what people
My-
think, so
Yeah,
Do you
my
frequent them?
principles.
I don't show
Frequent
up
is
at
the
nude
wrong
beach.
word, but I've been to nude beaches.
Did you partake?
Yeah, were you being a creeper?
You
or-
are nude at a nude beach.
Oh, I thought
What-
it's like to get in. There's like a
But-
thing, like take it off.
It's
All right, you
just
can go.
everyone else is
just
drop 'em
tan lines?
topless and bottomless.
It's just tan lines.
I haven't.
Is that the purpose, the function of it?
It's just to feel free and to be cool about it.
Who'd
I
you
feel
go
free.
with?
Someone I used to be married to.
Is it like an Euro trip?
I feel plenty free at a regular beach. There's never a time where I'm like, man, I'm so constrained by this bathing suit. I need to be more free.
Wish I was able to have my penis out.
I wish I could feel that breeze on my dong.
Do you remember the first time you went to a topless beach? There's one in Florida.
Everyone
There's a
remembers their
section
first
Every
time.
of-
beach
I think
down here
every
is
beach in
topless.
Florida is topless.
Yeah.
In
Not
Miami.
everyone.
No, Miami is
Miami,
literally
like,
topless beach.
boobs
A lot of
are just out.
Europeans.
A lot of.
So the European beaches are the topless one. There's one right near Sunny Isles. And when we came,
Yes.
when we first got here from Montreal, a bunch of us lived in Sunny Isles. And we took family, we went to the beach because we were very close to it. And all of a sudden we came across a sign which said, you are now entering a topless beach area. I don't know if it's still there. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but it was awesome.
Can you paint this picture? Is this like you, Perry Hill,
Not
Mike
Perry
Hill? Who
Yeah,
else?
who?
Larry Beinfest.
Okay.
Claude Delorme.
Nice.
Michelle
You were at the
Bussier,
nude beach with Larry
Andrew
Beinfest?
I almost said Andrew Dawkins.
Andre Dawkins.
Andre, wow.
Andre
That is
Dawson.
weirdly close, though. Well,
That's
think
why,
about,
like, that just.
think about
I'm
that
sorry,
really
I just
quick.
had a moment.
Andre Dawkins and Andrew Hawkins are two letters from being the same
I
name.
feel better about
And we're
screwing
both
that up.
nicknamed Hawk.
Well, because that's
Who's
not his
Andre
name.
Dawkins?
Yeah, his name's Dawson.
I
Dawson.
screwed it all up.
Three letters away from being.
Guys, can we answer Zaz's question? Did you go to a nude beach with Larry Beinfest?
Yeah, this is important.
Topless beach. Let me help you out here. It was a topless beach.
Did you go to a topless beach with Larry Beinfest?
Yes.
Specifically, like, to see boobs?
We didn't know it was there.
Okay.
But
So
then
it's kind of weird that you decided to go to the beach with Larry Beinfest.
Yeah.
A regular beach with Larry Bond.
I've never turned around to the. We worked on the shoreline, and I was never like, "Hey, Chris, let's go to the beach together."
And
It's
that-
just not a thing
That's
that we
a
ever
topless
did.
beach, also.
Yeah,
Isn't all of South Beach topless?
that's
Am I wrong?
Zagak.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Not
mean,
really.
that is not.
No one's ever going to say,
No,
"Hey,
it-
don't do that."
Yeah, it was.
No, I've been
I think
coming to
people
Miami
just,
for 20 years.
Yeah.
And every time I'm on the beach, people are walking around topless. That is like such a normal thing. And as a college kid, it does like, oh, snap, there's women here that are topless. But then you realize it's Miami and all the beaches are they're topless. They
It's
don't have
accepted.
signs. It's not, you don't have to sign a waiver. It's just what happens.
It's the first time I ever saw an unscrambled pair of breasts.
with Larry Beinfest.
No, at a topless beach in.
What do you
Cody's
mean by
lap.
that? Hold on. What do you mean by that?
Like they were over easy?
Back in the day,
Unscrambled.
porn was a lot harder to find, and sometimes you would have an illegal cable box.
Scrambler.
Unscrambled, I guess.
Oh, okay. Me,
can
I was
make
with
squiggly
Tony. I didn't
lines.
know
We
what
We
you
can
were
make
talking
some
about.
of the stuff out.
Yeah.
You
Squiggly
once in a
lines.
while can make out a
Spice
nipple.
Channel.
Just hitting the side of the TV.
Oh, yeah.
So wait a
Adam and
second.
Eve.
You had something that was blocking the parts on TV, but then you had another piece to like descramble that thing.
sometimes
No,
Sometimes
it's just that the channel was
Channel,
messed up.
some-
It wasn't like
It was like,
specifically
You
to
would
that.
hear them go, and then you'd be like, all right.
And then you'd say, "Oh God, that was a man's elbow,"
Ah.
and that would be a problem. So I mean, for some people, it's
What
a problem.
did you think the man's elbow was?
The audio came through there. That was a very weird.
Yes.
The audio, it was
Audio
complete
always
audio.
did.
Yeah.
It was like they would just scramble the visual, but the audio was completely full on porn.
Yeah.
Correct.
Miss those days.
That's a crazy time to just have on the television.
Had to work for it.
Channel 78. Are you kidding me right now?
It was Channel J in New York on the cable
Jeez.
box.
Jay, you had letters?
Channel J.
Channel J. You had 26
What's
channels.
the J
No.
stand for?
Exactly. It was Robin Bird and Midnight Blue with Al Goldstein. I mean,
good
those
times,
were,
man.
I don't know those names.
Remember the channel guide? Or the TV
Yeah,
guide
TV
where you
guide.
just
Yeah.
just scroll, and then they started putting ads in the corner there, and you just had to wait and just get the good advertising. As a business mind, that was probably some of the money well spent on media because
I
you
remember-
had to sit there and watch it.
Waiting for scores on ESPN2. I wonder who won between the Orioles and Red Sox. Let me wait
The
around here
ticker.
for 10 minutes.
There's
while
no other way to
Chris
get
Fowler's
scores.
wife
There was
does
a way.
aerobics.
976-1313.
That's how you call to update all your bets.
That's
From a landline?
From a landline, 976-1313, and every 10 minutes it would refresh, or you could go to Headline Sports. Jerome Drunovich, Headline Sports, and it would be at 22 and 52 after the hour, and you'd get scores that way.
In New York, when you're
No,
in
that was national. That was on
Bumble,
Headline
Pennsylvania,
News.
I don't know if we had that channel.
That's Channel L.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So one of the things that I've
Valid.
spoken to my kids about to no avail, because obviously they don't care and don't listen, but
How many children
when-
you have, Sam?
Three.
3.
30,
Same here.
27,
Like
and
'em?
22.
Yeah.
When-
Boy, girl, girl, boy. 3 girls, 3 boys.
girl, boy.
Girl, boy. Who's the oldest? Girl?
Girl, boy.
Started with girl.
Isn't that, should I?
You work your way
is it
down.
Normally backwards.
No, I was with you. I don't know why he was
I have
confused.
twins, so I will say girl, boy, just because if I think of my daughter first, I got to think both girls and then go son, even though he's the oldest.
I've heard that some parents of twins don't tell the kids who's
they're
older
twins?
because of like it can create a dynamic.
It does definitely create a dynamic.
Because
and
my
we
wife is
definitely
a
told them
twin
they're
and
older.
they know.
They get
but I've
pissed.
heard that there are twins out there that like
Yeah.
they don't know which one's older.
I
It's
wish
just
I
like-
would have done that
That's odd.
because it's like they are
Because the other one holds it over the other one.
Yeah, that's like I'm 17 minutes older.
Are they
than you.
identical?
No, they're fraternal.
Okay, I was gonna ask like if they were identical when you like officially decided, okay, this one is this one and that one is that one, because like early on for sure, like first couple weeks, it's like I don't know, man.
You need a different color bracelet
Yep.
for the
You tag
newborn
'em.
identical. That's the only way to know.
You tag them?
Yeah,
You have to tag them like cattle.
It's part of it, man.
Well, you didn't have to do that with fraternal twins.
No.
Is it Schwarzenegger and DeVito?
Yes.
Yes.
That's yes.
Identical.
He
How'd
has
you
an
know that?
Austrian and
Yeah.
No,
An
do you-
Austrian
Are you
with
expecting him to
short
say
ties.
one of his daughters are in shape and the other one is a fat meatball?
No. I think he means height wise.
I mean, is it easy to tell them apart? I've got nephews who are fraternal twins, and one is big and one is small. One is Schwarzenegger, one is DeVito. That's not an
They're not
insult.
that. It's not that much of a discrepancy. I think one is they're 10, and one is I think an inch and a half taller, which is significant at 10
David,
years old.
if your nephews were listening right now and one of them heard you refer to them as Danny DeVito, they would probably be a little insulted.
Well,
you're
first
like
they'd
one of them.
say-
They would have no idea who Danny DeVito is.
They also wouldn't care genetically.
It's like Larry Beinstein.
Bindfest.
Beinfest, Dawkins, who gives a
You're
damn?
having a name issue today.
I'm not. I do not know or care about these people.
About Andre Dawson?
No, Andre
Hawk.
Dawkins. That's who he.
Was Andre Dawson at the nude beach with you too?
Yeah.
He's an Adonis.
What does that mean?
Oh, come
Whoa, hold on.
Not
Andre
anymore.
Dawson. Yeah, yes, he actually is still very much in shape. He's great. He works out every day.
An Adonis.
He's got brand new knees, brand new hips, brand new.
You can't be
pillows.
an Adonis with fake knees. That's what I'm like. These are literal things that you're saying. You can't be.
I think you can.
Wow. That is an insult to Adonis.
Bionic Adonis?
For like his
I don't know,
for his
man.
age group.
I guess. He runs a funeral home now.
Yes.
You are hating on people with fake knees.
I'm not. It's my future. I'm just
It's
saying.
guaranteed.
I'm not fading on those people.
Are there any body
I'm
parts
trying to
on you?
appreciate the ones with real needs at the moment because I know that will be my reality.
Yeah. Are there any body parts on you that you're like, that's gonna need replacing right now?
They're trying to get better with ankle replacement technology. It
Seems like a rough one.
Seems
It's
stiff.
not as like advanced as hip and knee, but my ankles are. They are. It's tough. It's tough down there. Seriously.
Describe.
Well, there's really not any like I would equate it to a shock system, right? When you step down, the tip of your foot eases your back heel into the ground and then lift off. Mine kind of just like fee fi fo thumb because they don't have any of this anymore, unless I medicate, and I don't medicate anymore because I don't have to play on Sunday. Yeah.
Medication makes you able to step better, or just have it not hurt.
It basically clears up the arthritis, the inflammation, and it allows it to function as an ankle.
So it's not like Toradol, which is just the
Toradol as well. Yeah, I took Toradol my entire career.
Vitamin T.
Did you have tummy aches?
Um,
I've taken Toradol running, and you get a bad
man, I don't
tummy
know.
ache.
I don't think I would have noticed. I'm a football player, so that's like.
Sorry. God forbid that you.
I gotta
feel any
go
pain.
across the middle against Ray Lewis. You think I'm worried about a tummy ache?
Thank
you think
you,
that's
Andre.
going to be the thing that logs in my mind?
This episode is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
I want to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. Too often, things happen that are negative that cause you, Hawk, to say, we're teammates, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
We're teammates.
Yeah.
And we have another teammate. Do you know that Pablo is your teammate?
Pablo, yes, I do know Pablo's my teammate.
And he wins awards.
So many.
Lots of awards.
Lots of awards.
Because his show's good. And today's the day. Meadowlark Media. All of us in this room should be taking a victory lap for Pablo Torre Finds Out because Meadowlark and Pablo have licensed their show to The Athletic.
Wow.
This is a major
job,
bit
Pablo.
of news.
Congratulations, Pablo. That's big.
Now, the reason why it's big, well, there are myriad reasons, but the number one reason is that Pablo gets to continue to find out stuff, and he gets to do it not just as part of Meadowlark, but as part of The Athletic. And it's a licensing deal where there is synergy. There's connectivity between a brand like The Athletic and a brand like Pablo Torre Finds Out and a brand like Meadowlark. And now it's to the moon with Pablo, who we can all admit is on a heater.
Yes.
The type of heater that you don't see very often.
Can you explain licensing to the audience? I feel like that's something you would get excited about.
It means that, for example, you don't own Nothing Personal, but I license Nothing Personal to Dan Le Batard so he can show it as part of his network.
For a fee.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's business, baby.
Well, it's always good. You should know this if you're doing your own stuff, Hawk.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Own your stuff.
Own my stuff. Got it.
A word to the wise, people.
So am I technically licensed to Meadowlark right now?
No, not at all.
What am I?
You are an
Kind of.
employee.
You were on a show that is licensed to DraftKings.
Got it.
Yeah.
What am I? Let's do this. My turn.
Where am I? Where's he licensed?
I'm not. You're in a unique spot, but you're a part of a show that is licensed.
Bottom
to-
left. Yeah.
You are
DK.
neither nor, but we are so honored to have you with us, Zaz, that to me, you're part of the team, no matter the label, because to me, it's not about the wine. It's about the label.
All right.
What is it better to be licensed than hired?
That depends
question.
on how you feel about insurance and how you feel about being an employee and how you feel about intellectual property.
And how you feel about the ceiling of what the thing that you have is, your own talent.
I couldn't, for example, wear this outfit as an employee, but
Right.
as a
Licensed.
licensor,
Yes,
I can wear whatever
I
I
am my
please.
own boss.
That's exactly right.
You pay for what I decide you get.
And so Pablo
like
Torre
that.
and Pablo Torre Finds Out. Now, there's nothing in the license agreement, from what I understand, that changes anything about PTFO. He can still wear Mr. Rogers' sweater.
Okay,
He can
good.
still be with us, and he will be with us later this week. He can still find out stuff. But now he's got the full faith and credit of the United
Athletic.
States of The Athletic.
Yes.
That's... We should all be subscribers.
You had like an
That's big.
Adrian Beltre contract here, no?
It was a very good thing for us.
Yeah.
And for him. Now, do you know who that is?
What Belch? Give me that analogy.
He's
Did he
a
have
Hall
a really?
of Famer.
Did he have a really big rookie season?
Adrian Beltre would always have his biggest years when he was up. Yeah.
His
When he
free
was
agent
up.
years.
His
So
free
if
agent
you
years.
sign a 3-year contract, year 1 and 2 would suck. Year
Yep.
3 would be insane.
Yep.
And then you get paid again. And then
you
year
suck,
1
suck,
and 2. And then
great,
again.
suck,
it
great.
was awesome.
What happened there? Is
That's
that
great
just like
business.
effort thing?
Well, he's a Hall of Famer. I think it's more of a
Motivation.
coinkydink. But yeah, so I always...
Baseball's so random that there has to be some randomness there as well.
We were negotiating. We were looking at Adrian Beltre. And guess how many years we were willing to offer him?
100.
One.
1 year.
Somewhere in between.
You asked him to guess. I don't mind.
He knows how to play this game.
What? What's wrong with that guess?
Nothing's wrong
It's
with
the
that guess.
stupidest guess I've ever
All
heard.
right, that's your thought.
No guess is stupid, Samson.
100-year contract.
It's LeBron
Maybe you
has
really
a
liked
100-year
him.
contract with Nike.
Panthers just gave Marshawn one.
Yeah.
Lifetime.
Feels like it. It's 6 because he's really old. It was a joke.
Low annual payment over 100 years.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Magic Johnson contract of 25 years, $25 million? It was a Sports Illustrated cover when it happened.
Yes.
The biggest news ever because there was someone getting $25 million. Maybe Mike is totally remembering this. Mm-hmm. And it was almost impossible to believe. And
What
then,
year
of
was
course,
this, really quick?
I'm going to have to say 80. 4 is my
Okay,
guess.
now let's do the average age of everybody else on this show in the year 1984.
But do you know
I'm
what
negative.
Pearl Harbor was?
I'm -2.
-3.
-3.
-3.
-3. Mike? In 84?
I'm 1985.
-1.
So
-1.
I think
Tony?
I was -7 or 8.
-7.
I was 3.
3. Okay, so we're looking
I
at, I
was
don't want to do the
16.
average, but it's probably like a -1.5.
But have you not heard of things before you were born? It's very strange what you're saying to me.
No, I have, but not the $25 million for 25-year contract.
Do you know why
that
it's ill?
that would get pushed down so low on the things to know about before you were born. Like Pearl Harbor is a little different than Magic Johnson's first $25
It
million
was as
contract.
big a story.
As Pearl Harbor.
It was not as big a story as Pearl Harbor.
$25 million
It was definitely
for
not as big
25
a story
years.
as Pearl Harbor.
Not as.
Not as big a story as
So
Pearl
that's
Harbor.
not like you, man.
Yeah.
For
We are
literally-
off on the great foot, dude. This
as
is
a
fun.
16-year-old
but I
sports
I like
fan,
you, man.
When FDR said a date that will live in infamy, he was not talking about the contract.
Pull what out?
I'm telling
It's
you,
as big as Pearl Harbor.
Definitely not.
you can put that on the poll. For a 16-year-old, Juju, are you telling me that Magic Johnson signing for 25 years, a 16-year-old in 1984, that's not bigger than Pearl frickin'
For
Harbor?
an aspiring team president that would love to cut wages, I imagine it was close to it for you.
Yeah, he's probably not lying.
Yeah.
That's why it's hilarious.
That was your Waterloo, perhaps.
What? Nice Google. What is the year of that contract, please?
1981 is when it was supposed to start adjusted for 1984. They would have been paying him that 25-year contract to 09-10 season for the Lakers.
And Adrian Beltre did indeed have his 2 best seasons in contract years.
Yeah.
So he's a Hall of Famer. He was just in the Cooperstown in the Hall of Fame, and he looks great.
Yeah.
He is doing very, very well. But the point is that there are some people that massively overperform. Carlos Beltran had an amazing playoffs for the New York Metropolitans in what I assume was 06,
Yep.
and then got a way overvalued contract. Or he had it for the Astros and then signed with the Mets. It was
Okay.
one of them.
Yeah.
So Pablo has had an amazing summer, if you've been paying attention.
I have, but
You're-
is he a free agent?
The show was a free agent.
It was a free agent signing. So he basically was a free agent, signed a 1-year deal.
Well,
And then
terms have not been disclosed.
No,
with
not the
Athletic.
terms, but I'm like the equivalent in sports would be like a basically prove it year contract, and he goes and has a Joe Flacco type Super Bowl run.
Just think about it. He took down the Union.
Yeah, and I know that's a big deal for you as a former team president. You like you talk about breeze on a dong, man. That is
You're talking about the Snoopy dance.
yeah, I get
My
it.
tail was wagging. My dong was
I get
wagging.
it. I get it.
It was all good.
I don't think he's done there either. That's the
was
really
wagging?
cool thing.
Everything.
Same
Tail,
thing.
Tail,
front,
my
back.
dong, the whole
You
package.
said that you did the Snoopy dance yesterday in the elevator as well. Can we see what the Snoopy dance
Yeah,
looks like?
what's the
Because I don't know
Snoopy
what the
I do
Snoopy
have
dance
it. You've
looks
never,
like.
have you not done the Snoopy
Is
dance?
this like peanuts?
No, it's just when you do a little.
Okay,
bit of
now I'm
dancing.
uncomfortable.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
David.
It's very few times I've ever been in this
David.
studio.
For the audio audience, it's like a hula hoop kind of motion. But
Yeah,
It's
but when he
just
gives
a-
you,
it's a very
when he
it's
does
a
it,
bump and grind.
when he does it 2 feet away and with eye
and grind.
contact,
Yeah, it was a
it
little too much
feels
eye
like
contact,
HR should be involved.
we don't have that here. Sorry.
Yeah, but so
You're-
nice try.
You're
So
licensed.
hopefully this licensed deal that Pablo does with the Athletic, Meadowlark can afford HR because he just looked me in my eyes and did the Snoopy dance, which I'd never seen till that moment.
Are you making an official complaint? Because I have a phone number for you.
And it better not be that number to get scores that you gave earlier.
No, it's
Because then there's gonna-
631
then there's gonna be two
377
complaints.
LMA.
Because then he gaslit me to say, no. So Pablo has had an incredible year. What a show. What a show. Did you know it would be this big when you knew that Pablo was doing Pablo Finds Out? Let's take a poll here, just in the room. Did you guys know it would be this big?
I don't think.
Pause.
No, I don't think so because it really. I didn't think it would grow to the point that it would forever change the NFLPA or
Yeah.
find a way to get. I think pretty clearly under the skin of Bill Belichick in ways that the media has never done that. I think
Historic.
He had an incredible summer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if he thought it would be that like this huge.
We were
became
there
a
when it
Time-
started.
He became a Time Magazine top 100 podcast of all time in the span of a couple of weeks.
That's crazy.
That was a crazy list.
Him and the
to be
tennis
honest.
podcast.
He can't go back though either though. Now let's talk about like where he goes from here. Because some of the things were like very fun topics.
You think he peaked?
Oh,
Not that
no
he peaked. I don't
way.
think there's no way. He's nowhere close to peaking. But like,
How does he go back to, investigating stuffed crust pizza?
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how do you go there now? I don't think you can.
That's the beauty of his show, actually. When you take the serious stuff stupidly and the stupid stuff seriously, you can still do shows where you're talking about, hey, let's find out what's inside a stuffed crust pizza. And then you can still do a show where you unearth some massive thing like the gambling scandals or Malik or what happens with Bill Belichick. And I wouldn't have gone. The only
I think
thing
he's
I
going to
said
have
to
to
him,
feed the beast, which is a great thing.
Look, I'm not going off of much here, but I do happen to know.
He happens to know?
what?
Great Scott, he happens to know. He happens to know. Gather everyone. Get the children. He happens to know. So wise.
Pablo Torre's working on some stuff.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, Pablo Torre's working on some stuff. I think the brilliance on Metalark's part is baked into the business plan is Pablo's own ego. Because Pablo, the way his brain works, he doesn't go from seeing his name in headlines and getting all this adulation, being like, I'm satisfied with that.
No,
he wants more
I
of
want more.
it. It's actually like that arrow is always going to be pointing up. He's always going to want more attention.
More blood.
Oh my God, he knows. He happens to know. Come everyone. Come and listen. Happens to know. He happens to know. Well informed.
Wants more blood. Blood is just paint to Pablo.
Cody's so handsome. Is that an HR thing?
That's two. I think there's a theme. I'm getting to know you more and more.
I'm
as
trying to be
as you get
complimentary.
comfortable.
I'm just trying to call him as I see him.
Felt so out of left field though that it's sarcastic.
Yeah.
Oh no! I just saw a great, fun video thing, and I get to look at you through the glass.
I'll allow it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Would you take him and Bindfest to the beach together?
Almost interchangeable.
You don't want me at a
Really?
nude
Here's
beach.
the thing.
No one
also,
wants me at a nude beach.
real quick on compliments from him. Right, two HR complaints in about a 3-minute span, and we forgot about the one where he talked about makeup because that was the best looking thing he'd ever been close to, and now that looks weird with the new context here. And also, this is a guy who doesn't believe that compliments are fake to him.
Exactly.
So this is manipulative on top of the fact that they're HR violations.
I'm controlling.
Yeah, you are a team president. I am. Oh, Samson, I'm knowing you more than you even realize, brother.
Oh hell yeah! I'm an open book to you.
I love that.
I learned about your ankles today,
You did learn
which
about
was
my
really something.
was
I feel like
something.
we can't go back. So congratulations to Pablo. We're going to have him on. I'm going to want to hear what he's working on.
Mm-hmm.
But as Metalark, we have made a habit in this room of not being as complimentary as we could have been, which is not how it should work.
I feel like we nailed it today though.
Today was a masterclass.
Yeah.
And it was deserving.
I completely agree. It's an incredible show, and it is a shout out to Meadowlark because obviously Pablo's an incredible talent, but the cool thing about Meadowlark is you get to come here and do what you're passionate about, and when those things collide, when people support the thing that you're passionate about and that are hard to do other places, big things like this happen.
One of the things we'll have to control is obviously the expense account. Egos,
Yeah.
all of those things, because he's flying all over the place. He's interviewing,
Yes.
getting Airbnbs,
Yep.
buying sweaters, all sorts of stuff. And
It sounds like your resentments.
Yeah, they sound very personal to him, but I'm
Team
going to let him
president
go.
resentments.
I'm in a seat now to support him, so I'm going to let him
Thank
go.
you. They're team president resentments
Yes.
because
Have you tried to set up a meeting with the Athletic for your podcast?
Contract negotiations. And
He's
now,
he's under contract.
yes. Now he doesn't want to honor his deal.
not
I'm very happy with our new athletic
potential
partnerships. I don't want to hit them with tampering charges.
I am not allowed, me personally, to engage with. Hold on, I need to check my phone just for the terms because I keep repeating this.
Okay, go ahead.
I
wanna
am
do a
not
spin-off,
allowed
too.
under the terms of my deal to engage in any nefarious conversation with any other platforms other than the Dan Le Batard Show, Metalark Media, and DraftKings Network until such time as the current licensing deal runs out, which shall be in a period of time not to expand past 3 years.
You opened that quick, or is that your phone?
Yeah, is that like your wallpaper on your phone?
It's like that was a screensaver. He just went like this.
I keep
And it
my
started reading.
responsibilities very close to me because I don't
His
want to
contract.
violate any contractual provisions.
That makes sense.
Don't you guys do that?
Do you say that in the mirror every morning, like before after you brush your teeth?
I'm good enough.
Self-affirmations.
I'm smart enough, and God dang it, people like me.
And I will not negotiate with any other contractors. Out the Dan Le Batard Show with any licensing, dude.
Dave, did you write that yourself?
Those are legal terms.
Yeah, but you wrote it.
Those were off
yourself.
the top.
I
No,
had
no,
a
that was-
representative.
Oh, okay. So you didn't represent yourself in this matter.
No, I had an agent.
Okay.
What
I
did
was
you
gonna
pay?
say, 'cause if you-
percentage wise, what do you pay your agent?
10%. Shout out to UTA. Jerry Silbowitz, #1 agent in the business. Believe you me, if you had a chance to change
You're overpaying him.
he may not take you. Overpaying him.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea the amount of cash flow that he sends my way? And he gets to keep 10 cents of every dollar? What a deal. 90 cents for me, 10 cents for him.
How does that work? Can other agents just be like, hey, I'll give you 8%?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
I
can.
get poached all the time.
Well, you try to get poached.
Try to get
Well,
poached,
they
yeah.
attempt. I get poach attempt.
Like, is there an agent out there that's giving everyone 4% just so they get all the clients?
There's agents
No.
out there that work for free.
It's sort of an unwritten rule. There's
Just to
no,
get
what
clients? Like,
agent
you work
works
for free at the beginning
Like,
to
they-
get clients?
They
kind
will
of
do it for free to say, okay, hey, my benefit is that I can say I represented you in this, and then it produces other deals
like
for
an
other
agent
people because
internship.
Seems
you're
like you
so
are
big.
overpaying.
That's
Yeah,
a
that
loss.
matters.
So he gives 10%. Your boy doesn't pay nothing, and I have the best in the
Wait,
business.
you pay 0 commission to your agent.
0%.
Right now, your
because
agent's like,
the
shit.
affiliation with me is worth the weight in gold, Samson. Do you understand that?
Oh, no,
are you learning
I
this?
understand the words
So
you're
your
saying.
agent is making
Your
money
mouth
off of
is
you
moving, and I'm in
because
disbelief.
he's negotiating Kevin Hart's contracts for free so that he can get your 10%. You get what I'm saying? That's how this
Oh, no,
works.
I hear you. And in this example, you're Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I am Kevin Hart to your Samson. And all those names,
We're
I'm
gonna
still the
have to
tallest.
go
That was
to
a bar.
commercial very,
Thank you.
Very quickly.
I made all that up, but I just want
wait,
Samson to know
which
I can
part
go.
Did you make up?
The part that I don't pay my agent. But there, you do get free work. You can get free work, and I have relationships where they work pro bono for that reason. Not with my agent. He does great work, and I pay him for what he does for me. Because it's entertainment, Samson. I'm putting on a master class here, brother.
In what?
All right, it's
In
for the
misleading?
listeners.
That's fraud.
Yes, that's funny business, and you need to get your shit together.
didn't-
I'm going to start a podcast. It's a spinoff called Hawk Finds Doubt.
Wow.
And I am going to just doubt facts in sports and just be like, have you thought about the other side of it?
Mike.
And I'm going to, just like I just lied
the
about
sound of
that whole
this.
thing.
Let him cook.
It's Hawk Finds Doubt. It'll be the spinoff. And yeah, is Tom Brady the GOAT? Here's a whole show of why
You're
he's
going to have
not.
a cabinet position inside of 2 months.
There we go. You know, and it'll also help us in the negotiations with Pablo when
How'd
he
you like to run
when he
the
inevitably
FBI?
holds out.
I would have gone real, Mike. If he had said Hawk finds doubt,
Oh, is it like a real podcast?
is it real
Yeah.
or is it fake?
That's a good one. Or Hawk finds gout, where I just
That's
go to the
less
doctor.
That's what I'd go.
Yeah, me and Zad go to the
I
doctor,
gout.
and they tell us both we have gout because I have gout too.
It's a rich man's disease. David.
Self-diagnosed, but
King's disease.
self-diagnosed, but I can see it. And it's one episode where I just go to the doctor and he says, "Yeah, you have it. Here's how you treat it, and just keep an eye on it." And then
Where
that's
is
the
your
end of the
gout,
podcast.
Zaz?
I mean, I had it in my knee.
And now it's gone.
Yeah.
Forever? Or is it
I
like
mean, I'm
herpes?
sure it could happen again, but it hasn't.
Well,
does
we-
it settle
We can
in
find
place?
it. We'll find it in the episode too.
How does it settle in a place? The knee feels random to me.
Usually, it's like the big toe is a pretty common place.
That's
The
what mine
knee is a little bit less common. Yeah, I had it in my knee. It's very painful.
Yeah.
How long did it take to recover?
It was like 5-6 days, and like it was hot. Like if I would put my hands, like my knee has a fever. You know, it was really uncomfortable.
I thought gout was measured in weeks and months, not in days. I had it all wrong. Is
I don't-
gout a day thing? Didn't you? Wait, do you not
No.
have gout?
I think you just have it. I think it's just there. Yeah.
So you can't get rid of gout in 5 days. I don't think you had gout.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Well, I
you
went
had
to the,
like
of
an
course I did. I
infection.
went to the doctor. I went to the
They
doctor.
told you had gout and it's
Yeah.
gone in 5
No, they gave me
days.
medication. Okay, and I recovered. And look at me, I'm doing great.
I think you can take the symptoms down. I don't know if you can get rid of it.
Yeah, like I'm sure it can act up again if I.
You can find it again.
Yeah, like if
And I
I
don't feel like people are taking that podcast seriously. I've said it multiple times. Hawk finds gout. Like I feel like there hasn't been enough riffing around that. And now we're actually talking about gout, which was not the intention of that one-liner.
You don't have to explain it.
Okay, I'm just saying.
We're good.
Okay.
We're going to push right through it.
All right, let's go.
I want to talk about airplanes for a second, and I want to talk about Zaz told me before the show he had something
man.
amazing and
Well,
I need to hear it.
I don't know that it's amazing. I need a little bit of help here for the next time I'm on a plane, I suppose. All right, so I was in New York this weekend. Me and my son, we went to WWE SummerSlam, which was so great. And we were flying back yesterday, and I'm watching my show on an iPad, right? I'm watching the show that I'm involved in right now is Boardwalk Empire. You've seen that, Steve Buscemi? Oh, yeah. All right, I'm early in season 2. No spoilers. I'm early in season 2.
Show.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
Yeah,
He
it falls
dies.
apart after this.
It's a
one.
good show.
Seen it.
Whoa.
It's a good
Come
show.
on, what are you doing?
People love it. I've
Season
never
2,
seen it. I heard it's incredible.
So I'm watching Boardwalk Empire, and here's the problem that I have. I'm watching on my again. It's not like the TV that they've provided. It's on my iPad, or I'm watching my own apps. And there's some pretty heavy nudity sex scenes that are going on. I'm on the plane.
Yeah.
Next to your son.
Well, my son's next to me. I'm not worried about that. It's more about, am I being courteous to other people who are on the flight? What's the protocol there? Like, is it okay that I'm watching some kind of graphic nude sex scenes?
Did you do the lean in?
At one point, I did kind of lean in like this, to kind of, because I was sitting on the aisle. It's not like I'm at the window. All right, easy, just turn. No, I'm on the aisle, so I don't know. There's probably a good 4 or 5 people who could see it,
4, probably the crack in the middle,
Yeah.
seat, the behind.
That's a big one.
Over the shoulder from the back right.
Yeah.
Next to
The
you.
cross the aisle, like the
there's-
row behind you. That person, I'm always
There's a good
like,
6 people that could see your
Right,
screen.
am I like
Is your
garbage?
brightness down?
No. I'm trying to see the show,
You gotta go low brightness a little bit just to sacrifice some of the visual and the sex
If
scene.
it's your own screen, I think you just go down during the
A
naughty
quick
stuff.
skip 10,
Just
like,
quick-
the
Yeah.
skip
Oh,
10 seconds.
I
You gotta
thought
hit one
about
of
the
those.
skip 10, but I'm like, no,
miss
like
plot points.
I'm watching the show, I don't want to skip
you wanna,
anything.
You want to feel what that feels
Yeah.
like.
It bothers me what
Snoopy
you're all
dance to it.
saying, because do you skip 10 when there's a shoot-up scene in The Godfather?
No.
Or when there's violence?
No.
You just let everybody see that.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, there's no etiquette as it relates to killing and murder.
I'd rather a kid see murder than boobs.
Yeah.
You'd rather
I feel
a
better
kid
about a
see
kid
murder
overlooking
than
my
boobs.
Yeah.
That was,
because the
wow.
murder's not real.
Right, those
the boobs
yeah.
are real.
Well, they
That's
might-
a good
Well,
point.
they might not be real. Like, not
That's a good
literally,
point
but-
by Hawk.
but
We
that's
all
like-
know that the murder, they're not really
It's
killing
fake.
people.
It's not real.
Those are her nipples.
Those are real nipples. Movie or not, that's a real
real or
set.
fake nipples.
That's a real, whatever it is.
There's plenty of prosthetics that are used on set.
Not talking about the literal sense, Samson. I think you
Well,
understand that.
You are by saying it's not real murder.
Yeah, but
It's not
an
fake
8-year-old
nudity.
kid doesn't know that.
It's not like
It is fake nudity, actually.
it's not.
Nah,
fake
but they
nudity.
don't put in
use
the,
the
they don't put in the
prosthetic. It's fake
disclaimer
nudity.
before the show, fake nudity. No, they say nudity.
It's nudity. When you
They
went
don't-
to your topless beach, whether somebody had
totally
enhancements or
different.
not, that's still real nudity.
I said prosthetics, not enhancements.
It doesn't matter.
So, like, am I garbage for, like, playing my nude sex scenes in front of everybody?
Yes, is the short answer.
I think he's
yes,
all right.
but I think there's context.
Right.
Because you didn't intend to play the sex scenes. Like, if you knew going in, like, oh, man, when we get to minute 4:27, it's going to get steamy on this
Is
flight
there
to
a,
Albuquerque.
is there a
Albuquerque.
difference when you're watching
Albuquerque.
on your iPad, and what if I order it
Albuquerque.
on the movie that's the screen?
Oh,
Edited for
definitely a
content.
difference.
Because I had that happen to me I did Wedding Crashers once on the screen.
Oh, great opening montage. Lots of
Yeah,
boobs.
and I was like, I assumed, I'm like, they're gonna clean that part up. It's on the movie. They're offering it here. Like, I don't have to worry about this. And I was like, oh god.
No, I would not cover that.
It's more like this.
If the plane is offering me something that has nudity, take it
That's
up
on
with
them.
take it up with them up
That's
there.
Delta. That's Delta for sure. I'm with these guys. I agree with that.
But this was my own deal. It's my own iPad. I'm choosing
Yeah,
to watch this.
You brought that on the plane.
I felt a little weird.
I felt like I was very happy to have my kids introduced to nudity, but not to violence. I had the opposite view with my kids. That
You were
did
excited
not-
when they got
Yeah.
introduced.
I
to
didn't
that.
mind. I wasn't covering up
Did you ask your rabbi?
movies. Thank you. With nudity, but the ones with violence, I wouldn't let my kids at 6 years old.
It is
watch.
weird. Like, as a parent, you're like, this is a little uncomfortable. There's boobs right there. But if there's, like, murder, it's like, oh, it's all good. It is weird.
I don't understand how with your kids, like you actually do not draw a difference between violence and nudity.
Because
No,
It
I
just-
don't show my kids violence either.
just
I mean, you'll
opens
come
up-
across it. I don't need to introduce you to the violence.
I think
you know,
violence, you could just be like, that's bad stuff. Whereas, like, nudity opens up a whole door of questions. It's just like, I don't
and
want to talk.
conversations.
Like,
It's
I
like
don't
not.
wanna-
It's
we're
not
going there
actually
yet.
bad.
It's just a penis.
Yeah,
But that's just, I'm not trying to do that right now.
that's just not a.
I'm on a plane.
And it doesn't surprise me that's your view as someone who goes and frequents nude
I didn't say I
beaches.
frequented. That is wrong of you to
Okay.
say.
Quarterly nude beach visits.
Not even quarterly.
You get to a new city, and like in Miami, let's go
Yeah.
check out the new
100%.
beaches.
You call Bine Fest. Let's
Board
go.
of directors
Claude
meetings
DeLorme.
at
Perry Hill, let's go. I got Perry Hill there.
Why do you keep saying Perry Hill?
Because it's a good visual.
I've never gone anywhere with Perry
He doesn't
Hill.
I know
like
you hate
Perry
him. I know.
Hill.
I remember.
Yeah, so no. I would
Teaching you how
not.
to feel grounders, you know.
And call him Bones for nothing.
He is Bone. I just have a thing, and it's an issue with movie violence and video game violence. I have an issue with it because I don't understand why that's normalized and the human body's not.
Like, will you actually be watching a movie and you're offended by this violence?
No, I'm talking about I'm not offended by any of it now. I'm talking about when I had younger kids.
Yeah.
That was
Was it
bigger
more of
issue
like,
for
I
me.
don't want this to be shown to my kids, or is it from the perspective that you're saying, like, why can my kids see this and not boobs? Why is that taboo? Is it like that?
It's that. It's
So
the
that's like a
latter.
personal, like, you have a nudity thing
It's
that you
definitely
like.
personal. No,
Yeah,
it's definitely
okay.
personal in that I made a judgment for what I would. People do that
Yeah.
all the time with. I want my kids to eat organic. I want my kids to have a glass of milk 3 times a day. Whatever you do with your kids, I want my kids to read a book before they go to bed. Everyone's got rules for their kids. I assume you have rules for your kids.
Drinking soda is a
Yeah.
big one in our house right now. My
No
daughter
s-
wants to, and we're like trying to.
Not allowed.
But I like soda. So like, what kind of person am I?
Yeah,
You have to.
that's
Hey,
cool.
when you're an adult, you can make your own choices.
Lifelong
when you
soda
live in your
drinker.
own house, you can be a mess.
We do like every couple of weeks. Like, all right, you can have a soda. That's how we do it.
Yeah, that's gateway.
Opening the door though.
Gateway.
Yeah.
That's how crack started.
Yep. That's a gateway to meth, brother.
I assume you have rules with your kids,
Of course. I have a lot of rules.
and they're all based on what you think is right or wrong.
Absolutely.
So we're no different.
Yeah, but I don't get mad for somebody else's like rules. I make the decision if I want my kids to see violence or at what age they're okay with seeing violence versus me being pissed off that like, why are you showing me this violence and not showing my kids boobs?
Well,
why is
it's-
that?
it's-
Why is that what you want to show them?
It's not that I get pissed off. It's that on a plane, as an example,
Yeah.
I would be less apt to hide the nudity that Zaz was seeing in Boardwalk Empire than I would if I'm sitting around children and I'm watching an R-rated. If I'm watching Heat,
I think they have the violence in Boardwalk Empire, right? They kill people.
They for sure do.
Yeah.
Chalky White takes care of people.
Actually, the rest
Zaz.
of that show was probably violence that he's not worried about. And the nudity
I think
part.
on the same episode I was watching, Buddy got his throat slit.
Yeah. Also, it's like a judgment thing too, because it says something about Zaz. I think that's like the scary part on the plane. Is like that's why you feel weird about the nudity, like not just you, but just in general. Like I don't feel people are gonna judge me because there's violence in my
Right,
show.
I never think
people
twice
will
about
judge me if I'm
violence.
sitting on a plane
Correct.
watching sex scenes.
Totally.
Like, it makes them think something about you. And as someone who doesn't care what any human on earth has ever thought in your existence, I can see where there's going to be a disconnect from that mindset.
would you take your shoes off on a plane and put your feet up, like on the armrest of the person in front of you?
No, unless I was trying to purposely
That's
disrespect
disgusting.
you.
What is that?
You've never seen people do that?
I mean, I've never been on a plane where someone's foot is all of a sudden on my armrest. It'd be horrible.
No one's ever seen that.
I've seen it.
What
but
do you
yeah.
do? Do you do the slap down? You have 2 choices. You do the slap down, or you do the turnaround. Those are your choices.
Just to like
You could just say, like,
to
hey,
look, just like one of
Put
these
the
like
foot down.
That's the turnaround.
Definitely not just a look. I mean, I'm turning around and, yo, put your foot down.
Nah, but before you say anything, you do the look. Where
You
it's
don't-
just like with your eyes.
You
you're
don't go
saying it
polite
all.
first. You don't assume.
No,
that,
because
like,
their disgusting foot being on your armrest is the opposite of polite.
No, first you go just eyes, where your eyes say it all.
No, I'm doing a lot more than
Cody,
that.
we are so in sync. I go look first.
Yeah.
And,
They usually the look usually does it.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
tough.
they're
But it's
self-conscious
an
about it.
escalation move, though.
It's not just a glance. It's a
You're nuts.
What if
you're,
it's
you're
it's
way
a
too
full up
nice.
and down.
What if it's a kid's foot?
well, then you look at the
8-year-old
parent.
and you look
That's
at the
different.
parents. Then I do the look the other way to not the person's foot. I do the look to the person who the kid's
But you
with.
don't. You won't just be direct and say, "Hey, you think you can tell your kid to put their foot down?"
Not to start with.
No, you just give the look. I feel
Start
like
with
that's
the
after the look.
I feel like that's more escalated than saying something. If you gave me a look, I'd be like, "What the hell are you looking at?"
Can I make
Like
a
that would be my immediate reaction to the energy, Billy.
Zaz, can I make a suggestion for you? You turn around. The person has their foot on your armrest, right? You turn around, you put your iPad on their little thing that they have there. You unplug it, turn the volume all the way up on the sex scene.
Give it-
Everyone is looking at them on
Especially
the
if
airplane.
it's a kid.
Yeah.
If their kid puts their foot up, you hand them a sex scene, then you give them eye contact. Like, yeah, good luck with these.
This was
conversations
avoidable.
tonight.
You did
Exactly.
this.
That kid may give you knuckles instead of meaning that's a good thing. No?
No.
Don't you call it that?
1981, when Magic Johnson signed his 25-year, $25 million contract, they called fighting giving knuckles.
No, giving knuckles meaning the kid would be happy.
Oh, I don't know.
To
I don't know
see
the
the
reference.
nudity.
Okay. Giving knuckles.
Wait.
Pound.
That it's called pound.
That's what he
Yeah,
means.
it's a pound.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, is this a 99-1 thing that
Nope.
all of you
That's
say?
a pound.
It's a pound. Yeah.
Or a fist.
I thought it was giving knuckles.
No,
Yeah.
you say take him
That
to
sounds like
Pound
something you
Town,
tell your
and then you
kids.
boom.
David, fist me.
No, Billy, that's not what take him to pound.
Come
town.
over here and fist him.
Come fist me.
Give me some knuckies here.
I viewed fist as something totally different.
What you
I
view
would
it agree
as?
that
I associate that with something totally different.
nudist
than-
beach,
Go on.
nudity over violence. Samson, I am your
Huh,
HR
David's
complaints.
freaky.
I am.
I don't know if you
he's-
picked that up yet.
I have already
David's
picked
freaky.
it up. I've
Small
known him
wrists.
for an hour and a half, and that's how quickly I pick up.
Freaky.
He's freaked out, bro. He's going to get a freako charge.
That's not true at all.
He's going to get hit with a freako.
I resemble that implication. I mean, I resent that implication.
You resemble that.
I am absolutely
resemble
not that.
Freako.
I'm going to spend the entire day solo working. That's
Hell
what
yeah.
I did yesterday.
That's what happens.
Do shows, and then you start the next day's show.
I still can't believe that you thought that World War II or that Pearl Harbor was the same level as the Magic Johnson contract.
To a 16-year-old, when it came out, it was way bigger. There are kids today, if you ask my son, how about your children, 9/11 and Pearl Harbor are pretty similar. They're before they were born. They were just in the past.
Did they make a movie about the Magic Johnson contract?
Was Cuba Gooding Jr. in it?
Yeah.
Did someone drop
Was
an
she shooting
atomic
the machine
bomb as a result?
Also,
Josh Hartnett?
you said to a 16-year-old, when Pearl Harbor happened, a 16-year-old looked at his parents. He's like, I guess I'm going to war now.
It was.
I mean,
But
Magic
not
Johnson.
when I was 16.
What's he ever done?
Big Magic Johnson.
Thousands and thousands of things,
Got
Magic's done.
AIDS.
That's
Listen
right.
up. Time to think fast. Is this a real or fake podcast?
yes.
Show me something with Sophie Cunningham. Real or fake podcast?
I'll start.
Go ahead. I gotta let you start.
That's
Samson.
fake. And I know what her podcast should be called.
I'm gonna say some fake.
That is definitely real.
Yeah, it was just announced.
Jeez. I shouldn't have followed Samson on that.
I thought you had your own opinion.
I didn't. I'm gonna Google who she is.
He could have said anything.
You don't know who she... Could you not pick her out of a line?
That's Caitlin Clark's bodyguard. That's who that is.
Oh yeah, I do know.
Yeah.
Mira arriba with Jose Altuve. Mira arriba.
Fake.
Wait, what does that mean?
Look up with Jose Altuve.
Oh, because he's
Fake.
short?
Fake.
Because catching a pop fly.
It could be that, too. I'm just going fake. I don't think he has his own podcast.
That is fake.
He's a busy guy. And he's very small. He's my size.
I've met Jose.
I would assume he's
I felt
busy.
tall.
He's a second baseman.
What an odd note.
That
He's a busy.
small?
He's a busy guy.
He's value added.
Unapologetically Me with Skylar Diggins Smith.
That sounds real to
That
me.
sounds real. But
I'm
I don't-
going fake because it's too close to unapologetically Angel, which is Angel Reese.
That's a good call.
This guy's
Alex.
locked in, dude.
You're locked in, Zaz.
This guy consumes all the WNBA podcasts.
Shout out to you, Zaz.
It is fake.
Yeah.
Stand on It with CJ Gardner Johnson.
Fake.
Hall of Famer? No.
Fake.
Fake.
That's fake.
Stand on It with CJ Gardner Johnson.
That's crazy you would attribute that to.
It is fake. Post Moves with Candace Parker.
I'm gonna go real. That's a good podcast
That's a
name.
great name.
Because
That had to be
she's in the
taken
post.
before she got to the
She's
podcast.
very
game.
serious about business and her life beyond playing. Even if it's a fake one, it's like one of those things where she, like Hawk finds doubt. It's probably a pretty good
You could say
podcast.
the same thing about
Post
Mira
moves.
Arriba.
Post Moves would have been like the first like cliche NBA podcast name like 10 years ago. It can't be a Candace.
Well, maybe it
Parker
was, Chris.
She
Maybe
hasn't
she
been
was the
doing a
first
podcast.
cliche
Maybe it was.
podcast.
Maybe she was.
I think she's got a new podcast with Alia Boston, so I think it's real.
This guy. All right, you're not allowed to
Better
play
not
anymore.
be right.
If there's
IMDb
ever a
a
trivia
podcast.
night on WNBA podcast, we're drafting Zaz first. It
I
is
love
real.
how I love how he said I think there. Like he didn't know it.
I don't know everything, you know?
It
seems like you do.
That is this a real or fake podcast?
That's good, man.
Zaz, that is a...
Dan Le Batard Show, 7.5 on IMDb rating, by the way.
That's almost... That's more than
That's double Ice Cube War of
War of the
Worlds.
Worlds.
Yep.
Zaz, do you study for that game just in case it comes up?
No, I just,
Do you look at the rankings? Like,
No.
Then how do you know all these podcasts?
I'm just plugged in, man. I know what's up.
Have you listened to all the ones you've heard of?
No, but like I've seen clips, Sophie Cunningham, like she came out the gates hot last week with her first episode, talking all things Caitlin Clark. That's going to make headlines, And Candace Parker recently was down on the WNBA for the way they handled the All-Star with the shirts and all that. So I saw that clip too. So I'm just aware of things that are going on. I know what's up.
No, I'm learning a lot about Zaz too, man. That's an indicator that somebody cares about their craft. Is what that means. Like he's not in this for fake.
He's in the lab.
It's like when I'm hiring, I'm looking at people like that.
But he's watching Boardwalk Empire on a plane and not working.
You gotta have creative balance.
Have a little time for
You
yourself.
you can't burn the candle at both ends.
What do
man.
you do on the plane?
How long was your flight time?
It was from New York, so 2.5 hours.
What do you do on a plane?
I do several things. Depends on the plane ride. Depends on the length of the plane ride.
Okay, what about from New
So
York?
let's
You're coming
say
from
Would
New
you
York
like to
to
tell us
Miami.
any of
Give
them?
us any example.
Yeah, I am. New York.
Would you like to
Miami,
talk?
Charlotte.
I watch a movie every day. So when I'm on a plane, I'm going to watch a movie to
And
get
not
my
work.
movie of the day. No, but that is work. I review a movie on my show.
You
every
do the
day.
thing I do where it's like, I got to work, honey.
Except I don't have a honey. But yes, I do exactly that.
I got to watch this. It's we're going to talk about tomorrow.
Well, I have to review something. I also will read. So I'm the Wi-Fi guy. Because I don't read books anymore, which is super sad.
Yeah.
Because I'm reading articles nonstop
Yeah.
and websites.
That's life, man. That's where we're at.
I don't you miss reading books?
You do miss.
If only
miss when
you
the-
controlled it.
You miss when the TVs were squiggly, man.
I
They should
actually,
have a squiggly button for situations like Zaz's.
It's not squiggly. What's it called?
SD.
I love
so you want like
David's
standard
longing.
definition instead of
it's like
high
you
definition.
you just hold a button and it just squiggles for it when he's like, "Oh, I'm embarrassed by this. I don't
David
want
just
people to see
longing
it."
for the day when he read a book. Like, man, if only I could do that again.
I can't.
Close all the libraries, man.
What is it called? Scrambled. It's not squiggly. It's scrambled.
It's geographical. We called it squiggly. As the kids who were like in our generation, we squiggly lines, not scrambled. We called them squiggly lines.
Did it ever unsquiggle for you the way it unscrambled for us?
There was one night I remember.
The unsquiggle?
It was like it was unlocked, and Spice Channel just had it unlocked, and me and my brothers were like, "Oh snap, bro, this is crazy."
It's a whole new world.
Yeah, no, it was
You're just sitting behind Zaz the whole time.
just like, wow. Do you see this guy's iPad?
You're welcome.
I'm completely calm, even though you just did something that to me would get my heart racing.
Really?
You walk in, you put your hand in your bag, and you pull out a signed football, and I love memorabilia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I'm a collector. But you pulled out something, and I see two things about it. One, I see that it's a football that's a Paul Tagliabue football.
Yeah.
So that means it's old school already as him being commissioner.
Yep.
Two, I see it signed by multiple players, but it's deflated.
Yes.
I noticed that too. It's odd.
What do we got going?
So this is my holy grail right here. As a football guy, this is a football that I've worked for the last 15 years to get these signatures. It's the only football in the world ever in the history of human existence that has the top 11 NFL rushers of all time signed on this one football. So from Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson, Frank Gore, Curtis Martin, LaDainian Tomlinson, Jerome Bettis, Jim Brown.
We were going to guess.
Yeah, okay, you could keep going. There's
too
more.
late.
That doesn't matter.
And you want to give that away to a fan today?
I would slap
That's
on
so
I would
nice of you.
Slap on
Sponsored by
eBay.
DraftKings. We are giving this. No, absolutely not.
$1,000.
Yeah, we'll start the bidding, and I'm literally here. I wanted you to.
Gail Sayers?
Gail Sayers is not in there.
Is he not a top 11?
He's not a top
Was he
11.
ever? Did he retire too early?
I believe so.
And he just got passed?
I'm thinking about expanding it. I was going to do top 10, and it was the top 10. And I got the first one I had was Walter Payton. I bought it at an Emmitt Smith charity auction. So I bid on it, and I'm like, oh, a Walter Payton signed football. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get Emmitt to sign it. So I got Emmitt to sign it there, and then it sparked. And so for 15 years, every time I go somewhere, anywhere football related, I keep it with me. And last week, I was at the AAU Junior Olympics in track and field. And there was one signature I'm missing in the top 11. It was Adrian Peterson. And he walks by me because his son was running. I called my wife. I had her overnight the football. I brought it to the track meet and had Adrian Peterson sign it. And now I have all 11.
I don't know what I'm doing here, but there's just something about top 11 that doesn't slap as
Okay,
hard as
so here's-
top 10
You
does.
could have stopped at top 10.
It was top 10. It was. And Jim Brown, when
Okay,
I
you
got
gotta
to the
go.
Browns, I got him. But what happened between 2014 and now, Frank Gore got into the top 10.
I see what
and
happened.
then Adrian Peterson got in the top 10. And so right now I could go, number 12 is Marshall Faulk. I think number 13 is Marcus Allen.
When you go to Tahoe, you can get all these.
Number 14 is Edgerrin James. And number 15 is Franco Harris, who is passed. So I have to wait for Derrick Henry to get top 15, and then it can get back to a better number than 11.
So you're just waiting. And you carry it around, and when you see someone,
Yes.
do you say to the person, hold on, let me call my wife.
Yeah,
I'm going to
well,
do a quick FedEx
If I don't
here."
have it with me,
Why
then-
would you have it with you?
Because if I go to the Super Bowl, if I go to, Combine, if I go to the Hall of Fame game, if, literally.
He's got that thing on him. That's it.
I keep that thing on me.
Exactly.
You see, I reach in that bag, you better hope I'm pulling out
You
a
ever
football.
tried
You know what
to
I'm saying?
That's
predict?
not funny.
Like,
Okay. Yeah,
safe
I
bet.
forgot you don't like violence. That is
Send it to Baltimore, get Derrick
Have I-
Henry's ahead of time.
I got to do it personally.
Once they make the list.
They got to make the
Yeah.
list, and
you
then I have to go get it myself, and with picture evidence, get the
Have you ever
signature.
gotten close to a no?
Yes. Tony Dorsett's wife was pissed at the Hall of Fame. Yes. Because it was like, there was like a bunch of lines, and I'm at the Hall of Fame as a guest. They brought me there because Joe Thomas was being inducted.
Got that VIP badge.
Got that VIP badge, and they walked me over there, and she was pissed because the Hall of Famers make all their money off of the autograph. So you pay for the autograph, you get in the line, there's a process. She was cutting eyes at me.
She's
She
like,
wasn't wrong.
She's like, who's this?
Yeah, it was like,
Let me
she
see
was like,
your
they were like, oh,
stats.
that's so and so. She's like, I don't give a damn, and she wasn't wrong. I should have just gotten in line. I should have just did it that way. But that was the only situation where someone
Did Tony
was
have to
pissed.
step in? I'll do it.
Why don't you just
It was
Zell
cool.
her after or something?
I offered to, but I think
Yeah.
it was principle at that time. And again, she wasn't wrong.
She's
know,
like,
who,
it's
who
this
the
price
hell
to cut
do
the
I
line.
think I am?
It's
Yeah,
this
At
price to cut the
Baseball
line.
Hall of Fame,
I didn't follow the rules.
Hawk, just so you know, there's a rule. No autographs.
Yeah.
For the Baseball Hall of Famers up in Cooperstown on the weekend, it's a set rule. They go to places in the town, and like from 11 to 1, John Smoltz will sign.
Yeah, that's it.
And you stand online. You
That's
have to
it.
buy
That's it.
something, but you cannot go up to a Hall of Famer. They will not sign anything
Right.
because they do make money. But the number one question we should be asking, and you can show everybody.
What's his number?
Curtis Martin signed it. It was, if you can get it on camera, but if you're listening, it's the biggest signature ever. Look at the size of that. How can you allocate that much space to one guy?
I like it though because you could I'm all the way here through the glass and I could see
the only
it
one.
says Curtis Martin. Yeah. So many guys now it's just chicken scratch their autograph. Autographs suck these days. Curtis Martin, that's a great signature.
It's a great
It's
signature.
taking up half the football though. What happens when you go top 15? Where are they going to sign it?
If there's no room, they don't make it. I don't mind. Do your thing, baby. If that's your autograph, I just want the autograph.
That's
I want
respectful
the
what
football
Curtis Martin's
history.
doing there. I like it.
I think what I'm going to do is get top 15 and then donate it to the NFL or Pro Football Hall of Fame.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna let it.
Leave that for your kid, dude.
Lame.
I mean, yeah, but I
a
could
deduction
get
for
like.
it.
What's the
I get a
number?
deduction.
Everyone's got a number. What's your number right now?
I don't have a
Give it
number
up.
right now.
You got a number.
Offer me right now. I'll tell you if I do it.
Well, I don't have
$5.
Okay, you are bad at guessing. I'm not with you, Samson. I was trying to defend him earlier.
a mil.
A mil, absolutely.
What?
Oh,
Are you
okay.
crazy?
Are you insane?
What is wrong
Also
with
bad
you?
at this game.
Yeah, it's also
You're as
equally as
bad.
bad.
I mean, I thought we were
$5 guess is as bad as
Talking
a
to a
million.
former NFL player says he doesn't have a number. I mean, I don't know.
Let's meet somewhere in the middle. $6.
Yeah, okay.
That ball right now, my guess, is worth about no more than 10 grand.
Maybe.
If I were to guess
That's
the
not-
actual
that's probably not
value.
bad, and that's
But
why I wouldn't.
Why would you sell it?
for
Because
10 grand?
it's worth way more to you.
Yeah,
To
it's-
get it and then to inflate it and then put it in a case and live with it.
And also, or give it to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They'll put a little like Andrew Hawkins
Upon
donation.
your death.
It would be my ability to get to the Pro Football Hall of Fame
Oh, I see.
by doing
I
the
see.
sweat equity is what they call it in business. If you don't know that, Samson, it's you don't give it. I didn't earn it, but
But you're there.
I'm there.
Did you shake Adrian Peterson's hand, by the way?
Ooh, same question.
I did.
Really?
I did.
Yeah.
It's the hardest handshake I've ever
I can
received
still
in my
feel it.
entire life.
I would say the majority of guys on this ball have like a very similar handshake.
Really?
That's a
Really?
very
Not
rough
Adrian
sport.
Peterson.
But everyone
AP
talks about
was
APs.
Almost broke my hand.
I've shook
It
some
was
other
a
running
tough
backs'
one.
hands. That's no
Almost
AP.
broke your hand. I'm not trying to shake
He goes
his
in
hand.
for 2 handshakes. He gives you the first one, and then he squeezes it harder
Right.
to let you know you're.
And the
he's
first
there.
one is hard.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, this is the thing I've heard about. And then he goes like deeper in.
That's why you give
Yeah.
knuckles.
Pound. But
Pound
also,
town,
you know, I got a firm handshake when I, like I don't get it twisted.
The thing is, when you don't know that's on the opposite side,
Yeah.
you're going in with a normal handshake, and then he does the crunch, and then you're like, oh.
See, I feel like I want to go in there right now and test out your handshake, but you're just going to squeeze harder
I'm just
than
gonna
you normally
fucking
would.
just go ham on your hand.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love that piece of memorabilia. Now, did you think there's someone in Miami? What is the reason why you have it currently?
Because I live here.
So you brought it. You don't
I'm
actually
excited
walk
about
around
it.
with it, do you?
I was excited about it. I got an autograph that I was like chasing for a while. I sent AP a DM like a year ago, like, hey, at some point I'm gonna run into you and I need this sign, just so you know, giving you the heads up. And I ran into him in Texas, so I'm like, whew, it's like a relief. Because also with a lot of the older players, I mean, you don't know. Life is short, and people are old, and that's like what happens. And players go, and
Is that your leading line? You're about to croak.
No,
So
that's
listen,
not.
I gotta get
Need
your
that
name.
signature before you die.
Is that what you did to Tony?
get that John Hancock up you. I'd appreciate it. No, that's not what I did. Absolutely not.
I don't like the way you handled it, though.
I don't care.
It
what
looks
people
like
think.
you were putting your
That's not
fingers
true.
on the signatures when you were showing it.
Yeah, because
There's so many, I don't know
I
what-
am not an actual like. I'm not sitting outside these places to make money and go put it on eBay.
Well, but you wouldn't want it smudged.
It's not
The
going.
Hall of Fame won't take it.
It's permanent ink, man. There's no smudge to that.
Is that true? If there's like one signature smudge, they'll be like, nah, we don't want this.
No, that's not true.
Well, it'd have to be something an unbelievable.
It has
piece
to be
of
a
old memorabilia.
101 that actually fits into their history, which this does. This is a lost art form. They don't even run the ball anymore. You know how hard
Damn
it is
right.
going to be for people to get in the top 10 of rushing from now till forever? This thing will gain value as time goes on.
But you're hoping for a replacement on the list, I thought.
They're coming because
So-
Derrick Henry is 600 yards away from being number 15 on
And
the
then
all-time
he's done.
list.
But then that's it.
Yeah, I'll stop at 15. Nobody else probably has a chance. Maybe Saquon would be tough. Weirdly, Jonathan Taylor.
Kicking Franco
Depending
Harris
on
out of there.
how long he plays, but it'll be tough for any new person to get into that top 15.
Saquon has no chance.
It's tough. His age, he'd have to probably go for 2,000 for like the next 4 years. I think he's at 7,000 yards last time I checked. And you need to be probably in the
12,000
range.
12,100 is 15th right now.
You don't think Saquon has 5,000 yards in him?
I don't know.
Well, he's not on that council. There's a throwback. We talked about the president's executive council yesterday.
Oh, is that a throwback? I
thread.
thought that was recent.
Well, it was throwback to yesterday.
Okay. Is that
And I
technically
was
a
able-
throwback for yesterday? Or is that a callback?
Callback is better than a throwback.
Okay. All right.
Do you use prop bets?
No.
So a big thing is happening in the sports world. And we are a DraftKings show. We're on the DraftKings network. But stay with me, Mike. It's going to be okay. Governor Mike DeWine in Ohio is trying to ban prop bets because he's so upset with what happened to the two Guardians pitchers who are going to be suspended for life. Do you know about Emmanuel Clase, the closer? He may have thrown a ball on purpose.
Wow.
That's not good.
That does not sound good. What would the equivalent in football? You got to always talk to me in football equivalents.
And war terms also. Which battle?
And which is
Yeah.
it Pearl Harbor level?
Bunker
Is it
Hill. What do we
Pitchers
think?
throw balls on purpose all the time.
Gettysburg? Is it
You can't bet on what you're going to throw next
That's the problem.
and then do it purposely. For example, you can't on a play from scrimmage.
Okay.
First play of the game, will it be a run or a pass? You can bet that.
Right.
What happens if the quarterback is
Audibles?
in on it and is having people bet?
Yeah, that's bad.
Fight through, David.
I mean, it's like, what if, the
He's trying to hold that
Wait,
cough
you power-
because he knows what's happening.
You're tearing apart at the
Sweaty.
seams, pal.
Nobody knows you
Yeah.
coughed a couple times.
What happens what about that preemptive cough didn't work?
I'm
'Cause
starting
you
to
did
think that wasn't preemptive. I'm starting to think there might be some
Exactly.
sickness in him.
That's
you know?
what I'm trying to
Everything's
get
good.
to,
Can we keep
Billy.
going, please?
Yeah.
Because when
Can
you
we
purposely
keep
cough
going?
to prevent yourself from coughing and you cough, that doesn't sound like you're in as much
Yeah.
control as you're letting on.
You're sick. It's okay. We all get sick.
Yeah.
I'm not sick.
He's also not a big break guy either, and he busted me pretty
Ooh,
good
he was
for,
mad at you.
Well,
for going to the bathroom.
We don't need to talk about that on the show. We can just do the show.
You're right.
So
Not if you can't speak.
No,
go ahead.
You scare me the way you look, though.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
whoa.
Wow.
Now
Now
put
put that on the scroll.
Strong.
Now we're getting into
Okay,
the
hold on a second.
man. I knew the racism would come at some point.
It's not racism. It
Two-
has nothing to
an
do with
hour and
being
a half
black.
in.
It has to do with that you're wearing a militant suit.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
keep
Now
going.
it's militant.
Oh.
Now it's
The
militant.
aggressive black guy trope. Go ahead, Samson. I know. Heard this one a
Do
million
you like his
times.
hat or no?
I've heard it once. I've heard it a million times from some whitey.
You were about to piss off DraftKings?
As you
Go
were.
ahead.
No.
Good. Piss off DraftKings.
I
really
would
quick.
like to compliment DraftKings because DraftKings, what they do is, and I had this conversation in Cooperstown with, look at me, David, the commissioner, as we talked about what the gambling companies have done to actually provide integrity to the game and to make it so people get caught, to make it so you can believe in the bets you're making, that it's not fixed, that people get worried about the stock market. Saying, how can I be a day trader when it's possible politicians are maneuvering the market? I'm going to lose. We don't want that for our sports and our sports betting.
Right.
So when a player is doing something that flies in the face of what's fair and gets caught, he has to be suspended for life. But what the governor's doing is going too far. Banning all prop betting. Meaning, we don't want the temptation. And my view has always been that I don't want to take away anyone's temptation. I want to educate people not to give in to the temptation. Because you can't have a world. It's like an alcoholic who refuses to acknowledge that there's alcohol in the world and won't go. If there's a dinner party where someone's having a glass of wine, they won't come because I can't be around anyone having a glass of wine. You got to learn to live with other people are going to do stuff.
Kind of like violence in movies.
Except, yes, that's fake, though. But it feels real sometimes. Yeah. And I was just wondering if you had an opinion on, as a
Prop bets.
player, you were a professional player. The temptation that players feel today is something that we're trying to deal with as sports industries and leagues because it can be overwhelming when the minimum is at a number where players aren't making a lot and they have an opportunity to make a whole lot more.
like, were you ever aware of any of that stuff?
Whew, this is a tough topic. a deep enough Google search, a good old episode of Hawk Finds Gout will show you my connectivity to something like this that I don't want to talk about. But
great
I will
for the
say,
show. Thank you.
I have been close to something similar. We'll put it that way.
I mean, you're going to make me Google in the middle of a show without you just summarizing to give your slant on the point of view to make it sound even better than it was, maybe?
Although I'm tempted to speak, I've been taught to fight temptation in the instances where I don't want to, David.
Amen.
Because my parents did a very good job.
And I'm going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, saying, come on, man.
It's not going to be as easily available. You got to...
What, we have to go to, like, the dark web?
Not the dark
I didn't
web.
like that.
Whoa,
No.
dark web.
You've never... I assume, Billy,
That's where you can sell that football.
Yeah, there it is. Dark web.
there's a whole world out there. A lot of bad things happening to bad people by bad people. I
Captain,
assume
what is your life, bro? What is your life?
I would have no way of getting on the dark web. I can barely control the apps that control my alarm system.
Yeah.
I would not be able to get on the dark web.
You wouldn't be able to do it? Don't do it.
No.
I wouldn't want to be
Has
there
anyone
either.
here ever been on the dark web?
Or is that like a specific category of...
It's a different
No,
internet.
what are you doing there? What are you doing over there? Wait,
Oh, it's not
you're about to
racist.
get on the Frico list. You need to be careful.
This I don't mean it like Black Twitter.
Okay. Dark web.
You
Yeah.
thought it was a race issue?
Like, wait, are we talking...
No, we're still not talking about the same thing. You need to be careful.
We're here
I don't
talking.
know.
All right, we're
I'm
good.
with you.
We're good.
I've been
we're
on
good.
like Netscape Navigator before. That's I don't know how to get on the dark web. I really don't.
I don't either.
It's a process. You got to do a lot of things to try and connect to the dark web. You have to do.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I feel like Tony would be able to explain it. No,
He's
no,
just
no.
saying things.
I kind of asked so Tony could explain it.
yeah. You know a guy.
How
I
I
do
get-
know a guy.
How do I get on the dark web?
Do you have to connect to like something else that connects to something else? I don't know the technology of it, but I know you need to connect to like a Tor thing, and then that connects to
It's
something
like a
else.
different kind of Ethernet.
Yeah, it's like something completely different.
I believe it has to do with
VPN, like
IP
it's,
addresses, not with your Ethernet cord, Tony. Like you have to unplug the regular
gotta plug into
cable
other
Ethernet
things.
cord and replug in like a dark web Ethernet
I'm
cord.
telling you, there's things that we don't understand.
Juju, can
gentlemen.
we put it on the poll? Do you need a separate Ethernet cord to get on the dark
I will
web?
defend Tony. If I did want to get on the dark web,
got a
he'd
guy.
be the only person here that I would
talk to.
ask because not that he would give me advice, but he knows a guy.
I know a guy for
Yeah.
sure.
But you
And
think
also,
it's an
I'd
Ethernet
want-
cord?
I'd want a hard wire. If I was going like dark web,
You
I
got a
would
hard
feel-
wire.
That Wi-Fi?
You
it would
cannot-
definitely make me feel better about hard wire. Like I don't want to.
You need the hardware and a VPN.
'Cause
so
I
you
don't know
can,
who
like,
has
shoot out
access to the
Lithuania
Wi-Fi.
and then bounce it
Yeah.
back over here.
Yeah.
I want the hard wire because I know that when I want to disconnect from the dark web,
yank it out.
I just unhook it. All right,
You
we're
guys
good.
get
We're
it.
good.
Now you
Yeah,
guys get
that
it.
makes sense. That
I
makes
got a
sense.
guy though. If you need to get on the dark web, I got a guy.
Well, we have our own guy. And even though that Dan is away, there was no way we were going to go a week without speaking to Ron Magill. I mean, why would we ever do that? Hello, Ron.
Hello, David. Man, I'm telling you what. How about that Yankee sweep, my man?
Hell
Holy
yeah.
shit, This
Sold
was
out
the
Marlins
first-
Park, baby.
That was great. I mean, I'm telling you something. That was huge. Nothing gave me greater pleasure than seeing those Yankee fans become almost suicidal.
Well, that.
He said almost.
Because I'm a Mets fan.
That's a little strong, Ron. We
It
don't
is strong,
want
but, you
our
know, this is
fans
the
to be
Le Batard Show.
suicidal, but we'd like them to never win a game. That's what we would like. The
Okay.
Yankees to leave. I wanted all Yankee fans to leave and rip off their shirts and put on Marlins shirts. That would have been a preference.
It was great because I got to tell you something. I would say probably 75% of the people in that stadium were Yankees fans.
But their money was green.
Good point.
So I was totally fine with it. I actually have no vested interest in it anymore. But did you then watch the Marlins last night against the Astros?
I watched the first couple of innings, and that wasn't making me happy, so I switched it off.
That's okay. Sandy gave up a couple runs. We have a bunch of video I have to show you. There's some stuff going on with animals, and I keep seeing it. And Ron, I'm having a major problem right now in my life, among other things. I am very confused by what's AI and what's not.
Oh, you listen. Yeah, join the club. Me too. And I'm an animal expert. I see stuff online now that I know cannot be true, but looks so real it's unbelievable.
Did a whale kill someone in a boat?
No.
Every other thing that's pushed to me is that a whale or a shark is jumping up into a boat and sinking the boat.
Is that one of your like?
There have
It's
been
not
occasions
scrambled.
where there have been occasions where whales have breached and hit boats. Yes, and there's that one real video of the whale actually coming up while it was feeding and took in a kayaker and spit him back out. That was in fact
That was real?
That was real. That was real. Yes.
How did he? What? Do you
The whale knew he made a mistake. He got rid of it really quickly.
So he burped up the person?
Basically, just spit him out. Yes. I mean, that whale's coming up. The way they feed, they come out from deep water and they come up and they're grabbing all kinds of krill and plankton and things like that, all just massive amounts of that fish meal into their mouth. But of course, when a guy with a kayak is much bigger than anything he's used to, that's not what he's used to. And he immediately discarded it out of his mouth. It wasn't that it was intentionally trying to get that guy. It's not like, Jaws coming out of the bottom. Oh, I'm going to go and snatches him. No, that wasn't it. It was going after a lot of other things. And that guy with the kayak just happened to be in the way.
When do you die? Does the whale have to bite you, or do you have to be stuck in the stomach for do you suffocate? How does that?
Yeah, it's not a Pinocchio type thing. You can't live in a whale's stomach because the acids would kill you right away. You would suffocate, of course.
Tell that to Jonah.
Exactly. Do you talk to the rabbi about Jonah or no? That's Old Testament.
No, it might not have been a whale. It might have just been a big fish.
Maybe the whales in Nineveh are different.
Okay. Back to intelligent conversation. What we had was basically, a whale could actually drown you, of course. That's one thing. But of course, it has a massive size. It could break your neck, it could break your back, any kind of fatal injury that way. Most of those whales are what we call baleen whales, so they don't have teeth. They just have filters in their mouth. So it's not like they can bite you and crush, cut you up with teeth, because they're not toothed whales, those types of whales.
I'm sorry to derail you, but was the kayaker attached to the kayak? You know how you get in and you're strapped in so you can roll?
I'm not sure. I don't think so, because I think when he was spit out, he was outside of the kayak. So.
Did the kayak get spat out also?
Yes. And the cool
and
thing
the oar?
But the cool thing is the father who was in front of him continued to tape this thing. He continued to tape this thing. Instead of when the whale comes out of the water and grabs the son, you think you would drop the recorder and go, oh my God, my son. But no, he continued to tape it as the son came out of the water. And I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it.
We've got all this stuff to show you, and it didn't occur to me that this would come up. But there is a video I want to go to that apparently has bears doing stuff to each other. And
fighting.
They could be loving. They could be mating. What's happening here?
No. These are bears that are quarreling. Yes, they're quarreling either over a territory, over food. But I think these are two young males, and they're posturing at each other.
No, I want to eat these people. No, I want to eat these people.
No. That's not what it is.
How are these people so comfortable being close to bears that are being violent?
The people aren't being very, very intelligent, but having said that, these bears are so focused on each other, they don't see anything else happening around them.
So there's no risk for them taking that fight to the people?
No, there's no reason for them to take the fight to the people.
That is still dumb, though. We can all agree on that.
Not smart.
That's not smart. I'm not going to say these people. But again, listen, guys, this is a social media driven lack of intelligence. People want to get shots that they think are going to get clicks. They're going to say, I want to get this. I want to get this. I want to get this. You could die, but listen, you could get a lot of clicks too. So
yeah,
I don't feel badly at all when people take selfies and fall off the Grand Canyon.
Not even a little bit.
Now look. That's, you made me feel badly about my suicide comment on Yankees fans. You saying you don't feel badly about people falling off cliffs?
No, when
He's
you're
a walking contradiction. I'm learning that about Samson.
Those people videoing the bears. Like the safari one, when you're in a safari and you're videoing mating and all of a sudden an elephant comes at you, I feel terribly when that happens. That's tragic.
I think we've done a top 5 things David doesn't feel bad when they die doing.
Well, this one, these bears scare me.
Wow.
I've only had one encounter with a bear, Ron. It was at a campsite in...
Black or brown?
I don't know.
Black.
Go on.
Don't see color.
It's going to be black. It's going to be a black bear at a campsite. Unless you're
for a lot of reasons. Trust me.
Colorado.
And
did you find it to be hostile,
Probably
David?
Had a vest on.
I was frozen because I forgot. You know the things you're supposed to learn before you do anything? With a bear, there's one way where you get big and yell. There's one bear where you get small and run or something. And I didn't remember which to do, and all of my prep and training went out the window. Ron, which is it? With what bear do you get big and yell?
Well, you get big and yell. That should be your first instinct with any bear. Okay. Now, if a bear like a black bear comes after you, even after you get big and yell, you're going to fight that bear. You're going to fight that bear. because
He's
that's
laughing.
going to give you the best
Gonna
chance.
fight the
If a
bear.
brown bear or / grizzly bear comes at you, that's when you put your hands behind your neck, get in the fetal position, and play dead.
Mm-hmm. And if it's white,
Because you're
it's
never
good
going to
night.
beat a grizzly bear.
If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, night.
So if it's a black bear, what's my first move? Do I go poke in the eye? Like, what would be your first move
like
of
that?
attack?
True.
There you
That's
go.
true. Ask him.
Cody always goes into that.
No, I'm serious.
Punch.
Like, you say fight a
Punch.
bear. Give me.
Punch.
Oh, punch.
Punch.
Okay.
Punch,
Punch.
what?
But I think
Punch
I could get him
snout.
right in the eyes,
The
though.
snout.
What about like a
The
low
snout.
blow, like a quick swift kick?
Oh,
to
like
the,
underneath,
you know?
like a cup check. Huh.
Listen, if it's a male, guys, yeah, I'd go for the soft spot there. That's that. Any male mammal gets a blunt force trauma to their groin is going to feel it.
Huh, so not a dumb question.
So twist the dick.
Yep.
Oh my God! Jesus.
Would
Yo,
you,
dick
would you
twist.
recommend a twist or a punch?
You believe when a bear is coming at you that you will have the presence of mind
Better twist
to
that
be
dick.
accurate in what you're doing.
If you have
and
a
where
friend
you-
with
Nothing will spark in you to fight. Like you won't have like a straight up. Okay, I'm either gonna die or fight back. Even if I'm still going to die, I am going to die swinging.
If an elephant came at you, you'd fight the elephant?
I try to run first,
And then,
as I feel him gaining on me.
then what? Turn
Then I'm
around.
trying to now I'm gonna get agile, and when that doesn't work, I'm just gonna keep going
Gonna
down
try to
the
run up
list.
his trunk.
Yes.
All you gotta do is hit him with the zigzag. Ooh, ooh.
Tough. It's a tough final thought.
It is.
Where's his dick? So I can
Oh
twist
my
it.
God!
I'm
Mike,
imagining
tough.
I'm distracting
listen to
you.
this.
Okay, go ahead.
It's really hard.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe in the real world that people would be able to perform that well under attack from an animal.
I
Yeah.
think you're wrong, Dave. I think adrenaline sometimes will make you do things that you didn't think you were capable of.
Like
I don't think-
finding out where the groin is.
I don't
of
think
it.
David has
think-
adrenaline.
You don't know
I
where the
think
groin is?
I think the hardest thing would be to play dead. I mean, when you're getting mauled, the hardest thing to do is to play dead.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard not to scream and yell and go, "Oh my God, I'm freaking dying!"
All right, I got another one to show him. I don't know if you've seen this, but I got a chance to
Hopefully it's a
witness this.
video.
It's a video, and it's really cool. Can you show the trunk video? What do we got here, Ron?
Ooh.
Oh my God, a beehive inside the trunk.
Is
Yes.
that possible?
Looks like the
That's
biggest
very
beehive
possible.
you've ever
As a matter of
seen.
fact, yes, it's not only possible, it's probable. Bees look for dark, secluded
Wow.
places to build their hives. So that's a perfect place. That's obviously a car that has not been driven for a long time, and it's just become this perfect little container to create a beehive.
Looks like a Disney
That's beautiful.
movie.
I love it. I think that's great.
A Disney movie.
I've
setting.
never seen a beehive that shape before. That it looks sideways.
Great architect.
Yeah, well, because they build them that way. If you were to go in, like I've seen a beehive look just like that. When you go into like the attic of a house, I've been with beekeepers who try to remove bees that have, set up shop in someone's attic, and you'll see they actually have like these layers of cone that they build in there. It's pretty cool.
And have you ever had to dismantle? Dismantle, is that the word? Dismantle?
No. I've never had to do it. I've been with beekeepers while they do it. I've watched them do it. I've never done it myself. They basically use smoke, which basically tranquilizes the bees, believe it or not. You would think smoke would cause a panic, but in bees it doesn't. It tranquilizes the bees. It's soft. We're in full gear because still you're going to get stung by some bees, but it's not this massive swarm attack. They seem to kind of relax a little bit. The key is to get the queen, and when you take the queen out, they will follow the queen.
How do you feel about getting a beehive before it's gets going? Just when you see it start, like a wasp nest or a hornet's nest or a beehive, and going ahead and just taking a hose or a hammer and killing it and stopping it immediately.
Hammer to a beehive is crazy.
But
Quite a
it's
visual.
It's before it's become this horrible thing that could sting
Yeah, I
you.
mean, if they're just starting, yes, I would do what I can to discourage it. Now, with wasps and hornets, I don't care. Those are nasty animals that can repeatedly sting you over and over. Keep in mind, when a bee stings you, it dies.
Yeah.
That's the last-ditch effort for survival to protect the hive is to sting. When a bee stings, it dies. A wasp can sting over and over and over again, and a hornet can do the same thing, and they do so with great pleasure.
Can you tell the difference between a wasp and a bee?
Absolutely.
I
Yes,
don't think I
easily.
can.
Yeah. And
What?
hornets-
Yes, you
Really?
can.
They're
Yes,
not
you
even.
can.
They're not
If you
even
saw
close.
the two, you would see it right away.
They're not even the same color.
Wasps are so much bigger.
Yeah.
They're not
they're
the
Well,
same
no, not
color?
necessarily bigger,
No,
but they're
wasp
much,
is like black, a little more oblong.
exactly. A wasp
A bee is
much
like
more.
multicolored with yellow, and it's a little more compact. And then a,
But-
and,
but
and then a
the
hornet
colors
is
can-
like thick. It looks like
The
a
colors
beagle.
can be very similar,
Death
but
beetle.
a wasp is very linear. It's very long and thin, with long, thin wings, whereas a bee tends to be more kind of pudgy. Okay.
Those don't look similar to you, Hawk?
I'm not gonna lie.
Showing now.
I thought the wasp was a bee.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've never seen a yellow wasp. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The
That's
wasp.
Halloween,
You guys you must have heard of yellow jackets before, right?
Yeah, but
Yellow
those are
jackets-
thicker though, right? Aren't those like a little, like triple
yellow
the
jackets,
size?
Yellow jackets are wasps. Okay, but you see how the wings are kind of short and stubby on the bee, and the abdomen tends to be kind of short and stubby on the bee, whereas the wasp tends to be a little bit more elongated. The wings are much more elongated.
Yeah.
Are we looking at the same picture here?
We are, but the sizes also aren't like. If
Those
you put
look
up,
alike.
If you put up me and Calvin Johnson and you made the sizes similar, you'd be like, oh, I can't tell the difference between those two receivers. But then when you see us in person, you'll be like, oh, there's a clear discrepancy.
The coloration on a wasp is always much more vivid than on a bee. The bee colorations tend to be much more muted.
Yeah.
Can a wasp's nest grow inside a trunk?
Yes.
What about a hornet's nest?
Yes. Anywhere a bee's nest, a beehive can be established, so can a hornet and a wasp.
How did you know that was a beehive when we showed you the video and not a hornet's
Oh,
nest?
because a beehive looks very different. It's made out of a wax. It's bees' wax. Hornets and wasp nests look like they're made out of paper. It's a different type of structure, totally different type of structure.
Did any of us know that? Are we learning?
No.
We're getting smarter now. Of course, Billy, you knew this?
No, I had a question for Ron.
Please.
Ron, last week you guys lost your 17-year-old male lion, Jabari.
Yes,
Yeah, you
Jabari.
had to euthanize him because he had, medical conditions and it was getting worse. Do you, is there like a period of mourning? Do you bring in another male lion? Like, how do you handle that? And I guess, does the male lion then serve a purpose beyond just, hey, look, there's a male lion, it looks different than like a female lion for zoo-goers?
Well, we've got no females here now. The only one that's left is his brother, Kwame. And I suspect that there'll be, some internal depression with Kwame. But keep in mind that both of these lions have lived way beyond their normal lifespan. In the wild, male lions rarely live past 12 rather. So to have him he was a month shy of being 18 years old. That's pretty remarkable. The fact of the matter is that, he's been treated with a lot of different medications for this very severe spinal arthritis that he'd experienced for the last couple of years of his life. And it got to the point where he could hardly get up anymore. So it's just a humane thing to do to euthanize him. Kwame is, he's not far behind. I'm going to be honest with you. Kwame is an old lion. But we have a commitment, to provide a good home to these animals until they live out their natural life. When it's Kwame's time, that's when we'll think about bringing in other lions. But generally speaking, male lions especially are not quite as social as females are. So there's not this like, oh my God, I can't live alone like this. If I were talking about a female, that would be different. I were talking about other animals, herd animals, things like elephants. You don't want animals like that to ever be alone.
Are there lion years the way there are dog years? You just said that lions live to...
I guess you can break it up that way, David, but keep in mind that there's also a big difference between the lifespan of a male and a female. In the wild, males, generally speaking, live a much shorter lifespan. Just because they're constantly fighting with each other for the privilege to be with the females, they're constantly defending territory. There's much greater stresses on them than on the female. A female lioness can easily live to be 16, 17 years old in the wild. In captivity, 22, 24 years old sometimes. But in the wild, it's a much shorter lifespan.
What's the purpose of being king of the jungle if you don't live a long time?
I don't know. People will say it's quality of life as opposed to quantity of life. When you're king, that's a good time.
Isn't that why you want to be successful?
I want to live forever.
We all agree dog years are stupid, though, right?
Yeah.
Your dog's 7.
Yep.
That's math, though. But it's supposed to be informative to let you know how old the dog is.
Right, they don't live as long.
Yeah, but it depends on the breed, too.
Stupid.
Like, it's not linear.
Hey, your dog's 8.
Sorry.
And David, you really want to live forever?
If I could live forever, I would. I do not want to die. Yes, 100%.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever want to do that. I mean, all you'd be doing is watching everything you love die before you, and that's tough, brother. That's tough. Think about it. If you had kids, I mean,
I'll make new friends.
The greatest pain in the world is to have to lose a child, and you'd be losing child and grandchildren and great-grand. You'd be losing them all.
Yes, I'm aware, but I'd still be living.
Better them than him.
Better them than me. And I want to be. I would like to be Justin Timberlake in the movie called, have you ever seen In Time?
No.
I have not.
But
I'm not the movie mogul that you are.
Yes,
I know what that is, yeah.
Wait, you want to be that where you have to like run if you're running?
How great is that?
It's really stressful, it seems.
It's very stressful, but you have a time where when it runs out, you die. and you can get more time, and everything costs time. You want a pack of cigarettes, that's 20 minutes. If you play poker, you could be playing poker where the ante is a year.
Genuine, opinion here. People who want to live forever scare me.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I'm feeling the same way, David. I think it's a little self-centered.
A bunch of people that want to die around
It's
here.
it's like there's nothing you won't
I'm
do
kinda with David on this.
to make sure it's them, not you. That's
yeah,
I
I don't want to be 500 years old where I can't move. But
He's gonna be frozen.
I
though,
would
guys.
like
That's
to
the
live
whole
as long as
point.
possible.
And by the way, Ron, let me just clarify. I don't want to be an invalid. I want to be I want to be able to run marathons. I want to be able to talk to you and go to zoos.
At 228, you're going to be running a marathon.
But listen, David. Look at that. Look at the legend of Dracula. What does Dracula despise? He despised the curse that he can't die. He's in his prime the whole time, right? He's getting to be with all these girls all the time, doing all these things that you think are great all the time. But at the end of the day, he yearns to die.
Die?
Yep.
Charlize Theron didn't die.
Die.
What?
That seems fine. Old Guard. No one saw Old Guard. Old Guard 2. I mean, are you not paying attention?
I don't think she died in Hancock either. Was she in Hancock?
And in life,
I don't know
she's
where
still
you find the
alive.
time to watch all these movies. man.
He's working. Ron, how dare you?
In Time is a 6.7 on IMDb.
And there's 22 hours in a day. So there's plenty of time.
There's 24 hours in a day.
Well,
Don't you
2
sleep,
of
brother?
them I don't. Two a night. I give you 2. A solid dose, Ronnie man.
If you think that sleeping 2 hours a day is going to have you live forever, you
Oh my
have another
gosh.
thing coming.
He has no idea how
There you
quickly
go,
he's
buddy.
going to die.
It's going to go south for me in a hurry. I'm very aware.
Ron, what do you do with a dead lion? Do you cremate it? Do you? I mean,
Yeah,
it
well,
seems
what we
like
do
for
is-
other animals, that might be valuable meat or something. Do you
No,
study it?
No. What we do is, there are various universities and institutions doing studies on lions that might be doing studies on the liver, might be doing studies on the eyes. Those particular organs will be sent out to those tissue samples will be sent out to different universities and organizations doing these studies to see what we can learn from the death of this lion. Whatever, we preserve the skull for our education department here. But the rest of the lion is incinerated. We don't bury any animals here at the zoo for a couple of reasons. First of all, anybody who lives in South Florida knows you hit 6 inches into the dirt and into limestone. So you can't really dig these graves very well. But also, we don't want to be polluting the aquifer. As you put these animals underground, that seeps into the water table, and you don't want to do that either. So everything has to be incinerated as per the United States Department of Agriculture. Maintain those rules. Once we have salvaged whatever part of the animal that we're using for research or education.
Thank you, Ron. I will now live with the image of what to do with dead lions as well as how to deal with bears.
Classic
Thank you for being with us.
Always
We
a pleasure,
appreciate you,
David.
Ron.
Go Marlins, baby.